Cotto touching bases with you with Jay Yeezy live from our friend Leon H. Brigham Field, Seattle Memorial High School Stadium. And we've measured it off. We are about 218 yards from the Space Needle. We were approximately, I would say, from the 50-yard line, about 70 yards from the they call it the Mopop Museum, the Frank Gehry structure that looks like a smashed guitar. But this is high school football on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really good ball game for you tonight. The Ballard Beavers, this is their home game, are taking on the O'Day Irish right now. The number 5 for Ballard, that's Joe Farley. Number 3, Keith Stout. Number 50, and his name is, get that right up here in a second. They are meeting with the referees to the coin flip. That's Blake Christensen, number 50. And number 71 for the Ballard Beavers. And he's getting his coin toss in. That is Ryan Bohannon. Ryan Bohannon. And the other day, I went to see Stop Making Sense, the 40th anniversary of the Jonathan Demme film, Jay Yeezy, and it was incredible. Mm-hmm. It was incredible to see, number one, how young they were, but number two, when Tana Weymouth grabs that guitar and they go to her, and she starts singing Genesis of Love. I've always wondered who Bohannon was.
Bohannon. Oh, yeah.
Who beats the beat when the beat just goes? Bohannon. Might be number 71. This kid here playing for Ballard tonight. Here was the Ballard Beavers out of the locker room, but what a great show that is. It's going to be playing for the rest of the month, and if you can get down and see, for those of you that are like my age, that is the greatest rock and roll film, concert film I've ever seen. David Byrne and the Talking Heads. Burning down the house, ladies and gentlemen.
I told you my son toured with him.
Is that right?
David Byrne, when he re-upped again with St. Vincent.
An eclectic musician, to say the very least.
Great. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What a story, and I'm sure there's got to be a picture or two of him in the Mopop, which at one time was called the Rock and Roll Museum. The O'Day Fighting Irish are gathering over near the southeast point of the stadium, and they're coming out of the locker room, getting themselves all dolled up, ready to come out here and battle Ballard. And Jay Yeezy, what kind of football game can we expect tonight?
Well, it's going to be one of dominance, and it's going to be tough for Ballard. I think this is their homecoming, isn't it?
I believe it is. Yeah. With the Fighting Irish coming out of the locker room late, they're just going to go stand over on the southeast side of the stadium.
At this time, we ask that you direct your attention to the American flag located at the scoreboard.
The American flag is located on the east side of the stadium. And it is just great that it's not moving, and here comes the national anthem. There is the national anthem, and the Ballard faithful over here on the north side of the stadium as the Fighting Irish come out of the tunnels. They go sprinting down the sideline to take their place. And
the road white, right? I guess you could say visitors white.
both teams wearing black pants. The Irish in the road white uniforms. They've got the double stripes over the sleeves, similar to the Indianapolis Colts. They've got maroon. The maroon is red with a little bit of brown spilt in it. They've got a large yellow. They call that Vegas Gold O'Day, the O and D on each side of the helmet. They've got Vegas Gold face masks on that maroon helmet. The Ballard Beavers are in black black pants. I want to call them black knickers, but they are black slacks, I guess you would say. Not golf pants, but they kind of look like them. They've got red numbers trimmed in white, and they've also got a red B trimmed in silver sitting over there in the black. So all is going well. And we got Mr. Chris Bennett.
Jr.
You know, it must be football season with
It
the
is.
award-winning sports editor and sports page, Chris Bennett, is with us here today, and he's kind of checking in and see how we're doing. And always great to see this young man and his family and the legacy that they have had with journalism in our community for decades.
Yes.
4 decades, 5 decades?
Yes.
Wow. So Chris has come by to say hi and welcome up here to the Rainier Avenue Radio broadcast booth, the broadcast center. O'Day will receive the kick. They're lined up on the east side of the stadium. And yes, everything running back. One of the great games in Washington State history. The last time we saw him at West Seattle Stadium.
Yep.
13 carries, 339 yards. Need I say more, Jay Easy?
Biggest game in the state at that time, and an upset for sure.
Ballard lines up.
Kick.
The kick is kind of
Low.
on the ground. That is going to be picked up by, is that Kian McDonald? It is.
If he gets over, he's got a hole.
He's got some blocking, and he's running to his left. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40. He's going down the sideline. He gets back at the 30, and he's finally dragged down.
The 18. At about the 18 or so.
Line.
Yep.
So call that a 40, 50,
56, 60-yard run.
62-yard return.
Yep.
For the O'Day Irish on the kickoff. Check. That was Ryan Phillips, number 8, with the carry. O'Day is in business on 1st and 10. The ball is on the 18-yard line of Ballard.
So what are we going to see? Anything different from O'Day? Tight line.
The quarterback is number 7, Antonio Ruccio. He has started just about every game this year.
Classic eye, double wideout.
It's a typical O'Day formation.
Yep.
It is the I formation, tight end to the right. Tran, the wide receiver, number 2 to the right.
Tight line.
Kian McDonald over there to the left. They've got the fullback, the man who just ran back the kick, Ryan Phillips. And, of course, in the I-back formation is number 6, Jason Brown. Arugio looks over, and the whistle blows. They go ahead and get set.
Motion.
Goes in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Arugio calls the signals. The give is to that man there, the fullback. He takes it in. That's Ryan Phillips on an 18-yard run. So he picks up the first 80 yards of the drive.
Yep. Hey, let me touch you because no one touched him.
The play was blocked exquisitely, as they say. It looked like it was just a straight ISO to the fullback to the left.
Off tackle slant, off tackle, just gone in the hole.
And you're absolutely right. The hole was there. I don't think anybody touched him.
Nope.
And just like that, with 11 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first quarter, yes, we just started. Is O'Day 6. Ballard coming to bat. Let's see how this extra point goes. There's number 3, Luke Dana. He was a quarterback who was scheduled to starter at the beginning of the season. But the week of the first game, he twisted his ankle. And he is just now back. As the kick is good by O'Day's kicker number 33.
He's I think he's perfect this season, right?
Owen Livingston has made every single extra point.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, Juan, nothing new.
Your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Juan Cotto touching bases with you under the. It's not really shadows of the space here tonight because we have a partly
sunny
sky.
Yeah.
Jay Easy and I, ever the optimist, as the clouds are with some blue sky behind them, are hovering like a mosaic.
Yeah. But
What is it supposed to say? I'm just kidding.
no, it's,
It's
pretty
beautiful.
much.
It's a beautiful painting up there. Hey, we have number one, as a citizen, your most important responsibility is to vote. So please vote. And if you've been listening to Rainier Avenue Radio the last couple of weeks, we have been having some debates. And the city of Seattle, the balance of power in the council is in your hands. So please, North Seattle Community College, October the 17th, we have a debate coming up for the District 5 candidates. And we're just hoping that you do the right thing, get yourself registered, and make that difference by voting as the kick goes deep and it's caught at the, I want to say, the 14-yard line.
Oh, whoa.
And that young man got
He
absolutely drilled.
got
Number
shellacked.
27. Number 27. That was Bruce Stoner. And we're
Wow.
not supposed to celebrate big hits anymore.
Nope.
So I'm not going to describe how big it was, but let me tell you something. He is checking his inventory as we speak.
Yes.
11:34 in the first quarter. O'Day 7, Ballard 0.
Irresistible force meeting an immovable object, and that's what happened.
But then let me see if he takes a spot out there in the field. I believe he might be a wide receiver or something, but we'll check and get that for you. Number 5 is our quarterback. That is Joe Farley. Farley calling the signals in red shoes. The give is a
nice
fake,
quick.
nice play.
Good. No, just off.
So they run that run pass option,
Option,
and I
yep.
think they're going to call O'Day for a helmet-to-helmet hit. That was number 7, the quarterback, Anton Arugio, coming across the top of the intended wide receiver, Dylan Wallblom, and he did graze his head. It looks like he connected with it 13 yards down the field, and they're going to go ahead and give the penalty. I think that's what the conference is about, Coach.
Personal foul, head contact. Yep.
They said helmet-to-helmet.
Yep.
So Anton Arugio, who is built like a free safety, by the way, came across the top of the receiver, was diving for the ball. Looks like he hit him in the helmet, and they're going to say helmet-to-helmet on O'Day.
And that's 15 big ones. First down automatic, too.
A nice play design by Ballard. That's that new principle they call the run off, pass run off, run pass option.
RPO, run pass option.
I thought he was giving the ball off.
Yeah,
and then
quick,
he pulls it at the last second.
Quick slant. That was a good call. Quick slant right underneath.
11:29 to go in the first quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio.world, our community radio station, your community radio station. Fairly good calls. Right. Same thing on this play, but just throws it behind the intended receiver, number 13, Finn Peterson. That was what we call an old stick route. He was about 6 yards down the field. He turned around in the open area where the linebackers went to cover it.
Right.
But the quarterback just threw him the ball slightly behind.
Yeah. In front of the safeties and cornerbacks and behind the linebackers. That's the only way you can fit that ball in.
If you're patient, there is room there.
Yeah.
Always is. You just want to go to the field 6 yards at a time. Fairly. Red Adidas, it looks like. He has the ball off.
Nice hole.
Nice hole up the middle.
Hole.
And that's about an 8-yard gain by number 24 for the Ballard Beavers.
O'Day is in their standard 4-5, 2 high safeties.
Andrew Moore.
Quick count. Quick. All right. Hurry up offense.
Andrew Moore on the carry. They go right back to the line of scrimmage. Got lined up real quick. They started pumping their hands and calling plays.
Triple left.
Ended up going nowhere.
Triple left. One setback.
O'Day in that famous 4-4 defense, the people's defense. They try to call it. And there's that man again, number 34, Packy.
That was a loss of about 3.
Rushing through the line. Packy Crawford, number 34, the right outside linebacker. He comes through and he makes another play.
He got there about the same time the ball was handed off, Juan. That was pretty quick.
The officials call timeout, and they move towards the middle of the field. It is now 3rd down and 5. Looks like there's going to be full-scale changes. No, wait a minute. No, there it is now 4th down.
They're going to look
so they have the incomplete pass, the 8-yard run, and then that play right there. So they're going to go ahead and punt the ball. Going back is Kyle McDonald. The punter for Ballard, is that Fairley that is doing the punting?
Numbers, I can't see the number.
He gets off a decent.
But it's short.
off the side.
Off
of
the
his
side
foot.
of his foot. That's only about a 20-yard punt at the most.
That's number 0. That's the other. There's a couple of Finns out there. Finn Elise is
Okay.
number 0. And that was one of the things that we talked about when I was a special teams coach. Coach, don't tell your kids to kick the ball out of bounds.
Right.
Just say that was the great Chris Tormey and I had a conversation about that. Don't tell them to kick it out of bounds. Just tell them don't kick it in the center of the field.
Yeah.
They kick it out of bounds, and I think that they didn't want to kick the ball to Cayenne.
Yep.
And he kicked it out of bounds, and I think he had a little short change on his
Short
talent.
change is almost like a shank. I mean, you want to gain more than 10 yards, 15 yards on a kick.
Leon H. Brigham Field, your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.org.
Double set backs, 2 wideouts.
Here comes Tran in motion out to the
He's
far
open,
side.
wide
Kyle
open.
McDonald on the boundary side breaks one tackle as he goes down the sideline, and he was able to pick up 20 yards for a first down, taking the ball to the Ballard 40-yard line. A quick toss and a simple design play by the Irish.
Where was the coverage on that? I didn't see anybody coming up. There's no bump on that. There's no press on that. He was wide open.
So hard with that speed of the Irish, you become a little bit nervous about trying to take that on, so you play a few yards off,
Yep.
and they threw underneath it.
Yep, that's what looks like it happened because he was literally wide open. Oh, they're back to the eye now.
10 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Eye slot left,
First quarter. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
motion right.
Here comes number 1 in motion. Now a fake toss by Arugio, and he's got plenty of room on his right side. He gets to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, cuts back inside, and is brought down by the Ballard tackler at the 17-yard line.
Yep, 17 yards.
But that is going to be an 18-yard gain
Yep.
by Anton Arugio.
They were so conscious on that right side that they just gave up all kinds of yardage on that left flank. Their left flank, and it's just wide open.
Rashab Nagar was the one who made the tackle. Nagarkar. I'm just going to call him Rashab. Rashab on the tackle. And that was a nice play coming all the way across the formation to track down Anton Arugio. 9:58 to go.
Ballard's in the 4-4.
Anton pitches
Pitch.
to that man, Jason Brown. He gets upfield behind the
Yeah,
pocket.
it's open.
He, like you said before, was untouched.
Yes, exactly.
That
was too easy.
That's going to be a touchdown for the Fighting Irish. That was a 16-yard touchdown run. That makes the score O'Day 13 with the extra point coming up. Ballard 0.
That was
And you said domination before the game, and 2 possessions in, we're seeing domination.
yeah. That was just an off tackle slant, or they call it right off the tail of the tackle blocking in, wide open. You didn't even have to kick out the end, defensive end.
Here comes that man again, number 33 for the Fighting Irish. He is Owen Livingston, and he's perfect on the season in extra points. And
again,
he knocks that one through.
Yep.
Well through. So 2 possessions in, it's O'Day 14, Ballard 0. You are with your good friends Juan Cotto. You are your good friend John Yasutake. We are underneath a partly sunny sky, just a beautiful mosaic of clouds over the south grandstand, and it's crystal clear. We can see the Space Needle as we've measured some 218 yards away.
Yep.
And the point, obviously, you'd have to add on the 600 and I want to say 40 feet or whatever it was. The building designed for the 1962 World Fair. Can you believe, John, that was 60 years ago? My goodness, that's time flies.
Hard to believe, but
the harbinger of our city, the skyline, the most familiar piece of the skyline in the city of Seattle, still looks beautiful.
Yep.
Pressed against kind of this beautiful white.
When it was built, it was tall, the tallest building or edifice of its kind west of the Mississippi.
And it is still a special structure. And the fans up there, they can look down on this high school stadium field and see that ball floating to the
good catch.
1 yard line. A nice catch there by the Ballard returner. That's number 2, the ball running to his left. and he picks up about 17 yards before he's thrown down. That's actually number 3 for Ballard.
Pretty good run back.
That is Keith Stout. Keith Stout of the ball carrier. He turns that ball to the 18-yard line, and that's a good, tough run.
Yep.
And obviously, that's indicative that the Ballard kids just are not going to go away tonight.
Yep.
They're going to continue to fight and see what they can do.
Give them credit.
We got some Ballard fans coming here looking at chips. I'm always looking for a better spot here as we look to our right. Ballard moving right to left on your radio dial.
Oh, quick pass.
Nice looking play there by the quarterback, Joe Farley.
About 5 yards on that quick.
That was my good friend Dominic Hayes with the catch. And brought down immediately by the quarterback turned safety, Arujo. Ballard comes to the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 receivers to his right. Joe Farley's got his running back to his right. He's got a single receiver to the left. He gives the ball to the back.
Handoff. Okay.
And tries to test that O'Day Irish middle left side, but he is taken backwards.
If he gained anything, it's about a yard, Juan. Oh, 2, okay.
Andrew Moore, number 24. I made a rhyme on the dime. And he's brought down for about a gain of 0. Farley shakes his hands a couple times, see if he can get O'Day moving. He's got 2 receivers to his left, spread formation. He's got his running back there with him. That's Andrew Moore. Got a single receiver out on the right.
It looks like O'Day's going to bring – no, they're back out of it. They may blitz on this because this is a passing down for sure.
Fakes the ball.
Oh, nice,
yes. Nice slant pass.
And he covered it. He got it.
Hayes, who got down. That looked like playing football in the backyard.
Yep.
He felt a hit was coming. He got the ball and just softened his legs and went down.
Yep.
And that's good enough for a gain of 6 yards, and that is a first down for Ballard. Good for them.
And they're running hurry up. 3 right, left, right. I mean, yeah, it's hurry up.
Moore tests the middle of the field. Gets a couple of steps before he's brought down. I think they're going to give him a gain of about 1 yard, maybe. Maybe they're not.
Not
so
0.
They're going to get a gain of 0.
Yep.
Second down and 10 to go. Farley checks his wristband.
See, you line up like you're running, a quick set, and then you stop and read and look to the sideline. Why? Run the play.
2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Moore
Quick pass.
With him. Throws a small slant to the far side of the field. And that's one of the things that it was really, really interesting. The head football coach down there at the University of Southern California, this young man who was at Oklahoma.
Lincoln Riley.
Riley.
Yep.
They were asking him what he would change, and he talked about the hash marks in college football. These wide hash marks.
Right.
And in high school football, that's even more obvious.
Yep.
The play was open. He just didn't have the arm to get the ball over there, but a nice play design off of that fake. That holds all the linebackers, and you get some one-on-one matchups out there.
Triple right.
3 receivers to the right in a bunch formation, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Farley calls the signals. He's back. He starts rolling to his right. He throws the ball, and there's nobody there. Sage Rosen. Was it Sage? I would call him Sage Rosen.
They ran him out of the pocket. If he had been in the pocket, he might have had a big ability to stand in and throw the ball, but they ran him away.
Sage Salopek picks the ball up on the bounce, and they'll respot that ball on the left hash mark at the 32-yard line of Ballard, and Ballard is going to punt.
And they put pressure on him without blitzing Juan O'Day. They got back in that backfield.
Andrew Gerhardt, the punt.
Oh,
actually, I'm sorry, that's Finn Lane, the punt. And McCann catches it at the 35-yard line. And in Ballard's world, that's kind of like flipping the field.
Very good, yeah.
They got to be happy with that result, Coach.
Yes, very much so. We talk about the theory, Father, you kick the team back, change the field position is a science in football, right? Changing field position. The farther you can put the team away from their goal line, the better off you are, because anything can happen.
You have probably been watching the news. You have probably seen the incidents that the hospitals and medical professionals across the country are talking about. There's been an incidence and rise of COVID-19. Go get a vaccination if you need one. Go get a vaccination, www.kingcounty.org. Vaccines, they'll help you out. They'll show you a place to go to get a COVID-19 done. You don't want to get yourself sick. You don't want to get anybody else sick. And as the snap goes back to Arugio and the flags blow. So please make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of your family. Make sure that you're taking care of your community. Get yourself a vaccination.
Encroachment on that one, Coach.
The 5 o'clock game time starts. We see the crowd slowly rolling in from both sides. Tony B, when he came in, said he expected to see more people from O'Dea on that side. I did too. I thought they'd be here by middle of the first quarter. By the second, we'll see people coming off work and that short drive from downtown or from wherever they're working at. Ballard starting to show up now. O'Dea on a counter play to Jason Brown. Brown fights off a tackler. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He fought off 2-3 tacklers. He was able to kind of slip away, but after a gain of 2 yards, that's one of the most exciting 2-yard runs I've ever seen. Number 59 for Ballard that was able to pull him down.
It looked like wrestling USA out there.
I have that guy's name is Jason Brodeur, and what a play that he did. But Jason Brown is tough to tackle.
He is. I mean, that wasn't football. That was wrestling.
6:50, 6:49, 6:48 to go in the first quarter. Our community radio station, your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, the O'Dea Fighting Irish Catholic School up on Capitol Hill, Ballard Beavers, one of the flagship schools in the city of Seattle, over in the northwest part of the city. Irish put a man in motion to give us a Jason Brown. Brown picks up the first down just on a straight ahead run.
Midfield.
Going to gain about 14 yards at an Irish first down inside Ballard territory. He gets drugged down at the 46-yard line. It will be first down O'Dea Irish.
It's risky, but Ballard, you got to put more than 4 guys on that line of scrimmage. You got to put maybe 5 and back it up with a 5-2, because they're going to run every hole, A, B, O, M, whatever.
Check. They're down at the 45. Yeah. And, Coach, some coaches get more complex in their scheme. Monty Kohler just goes simpler and simpler.
Straight at you. Off tackle.
Run the football.
Yeah, run the football.
Tight end to the right, with a wing back.
Split back.
Andrew Chan. He goes in motion to the right. The give is to number 24. That is a nice run by the football. The ball goes out. The ball came out, and he landed right on top of it.
That was nothing but a direct handoff again. And there was a hole right off that guard tackle hole.
Malik Dawson on the straight ahead carry. He picks up a quick 20 yards, and then he comes out of the game. So Monty just putting in, no matter who gets in there and runs the football, seems like they're picking up a whole bunch of yards every carry.
They're getting into the secondary before they get touched. Juan. They're getting by the linebackers. They're getting through that second level.
5:23 to go, first quarter. The Irish come up. They've got a tight end to the right, and they move both receivers to the left. And that's Brown in the backfield along with the fullback, number 8, who catches a little bit of a swing pass.
Yep.
That is down. Ryan Phillips. Ryan Phillips catches a little swing pass. That's going to be good enough for 11 yards. That looks like the old wing T waggle play where the fullback just kind of cuts in and cuts off the tackle right, all by himself on the play action.
Gets to the sideline, catches that pass.
And he books out the other way. And just like that, O'Dea's got the ball on the 15-yard line. Let's make it the 14 after a gain of 11. The Irish come out of the huddle. Ballard in their 4-man front.
I formation, yeah. Ballard's running a 4-4.
Receivers to both sides. The give is to Jason Brown. Is another wide open hole. He spins off of 1 tackler. He sidesteps 2 tacklers. Sidesteps 3 tacklers into the end zone. Coach, you talk about domination.
That's too easy. Juan. That was too. He got touched, twice? But at the goal line when he fell into the end zone.
Got touched, and he looked like the spin button was working on the video game. They just spin, tap, spin, tap, spin, tap. He spun a couple times and got out of it.
Ballard kids are scrapping, but they're overmatched. It's obvious.
4:29 to go in the first quarter. It is O'Dea 20, Ballard Cero. Livingston on for the extra point. The ball is down. The kick is good. He runs into the kicker. There will be a penalty assessed on the kickoff as the Ballard guy came off the edge and really inadvertently ran through the kicker Livingston. The kick was true, and just like that, it is 21 for O'Day, Seto for Ballard.
For those of you who need translation, 21 O'Day, Ballard 0.
This is Juan Cotto, Rainier Avenue personality, WIAA primetime host with Mick Hoffman. I believe it's one of the best radio programs in Seattle, maybe in the state of Washington. We on Tuesday at 3 o'clock, we discuss major issues in high school sports. And I'll tell you what, Mick Hoffman, forward-thinking leader, real good dude, just good all-around guy. Really appreciate all he brings to that show. We won't be back until I believe the 24th. We come back the 24th because we're doing the city council debates, which are very, very, very important. We need people to vote, and so we're hoping that these debates that we are doing, and Tony and Daniel, they were talking about it, man. They put their time in. They're a little winded. So we hope that you are getting an opportunity to listen to the debates, and we hope that you're getting an opportunity to getting out and vote. We hope you're registered, and we pray that you're registered, and there's some opportunities on the ballot that could help change our city in a variety of different ways. So please vote.
Your vote is your voice. Your vote is your voice, ladies and gentlemen.
Here comes a new kicker for O'Day. O'Day playing a lot of players tonight, I think. This is number 85.
Nice.
And maybe he does, but he kicked that ball halfway to the moon.
Yep. All the way into the end
Number
zone.
85, Samir Gouda. Samir Gouda kicked that ball out of.
You know, people say, "Well, I don't like it when they kick it into the end zone." When you're the team that's kicking, that's what you want. Because there's no return. You know,
the statistics are remarkable. The amount of 80-yard drives, especially in the NFL and college. You know, a drive starting on the 20, the average drive is about 34 and a half, 35 yards in the NFL, maybe about 5 yards more in college. But you think about that, you're going from the 20 to the 50, maybe to the 40. You know, you want to get that ball a lot closer.
Yes, exactly.
So starting on the 20 is a huge advantage if your kicker can put you there. 4:29 to go in the first quarter. Fairleigh calls a signal. So he gives the ball
good
off to another little tiny running back. Yeah. And he's swarmed by white jerseys right now.
Got about a yard, maybe a yard and a half gain.
The ODI guys pat him on the back. That was number 33, I believe.
We got a yellow flag.
Oliver Penfoil.
I think you got unsportsmanlike conduct on O'Day, it looks like.
Tell me what happened.
I think they were jaw jacking. O'Day was saying something.
You think a little bit of jaw jacking was going on?
Either way, you know.
Officials conferring about the misdemeanor here. We'll see what happens.
Oh, they may pick. I don't know. We'll see.
He was talking to him, and then they were talking to them.
And then that flag came out. So
Kyan McDonald kind of pleading with the referees. The ball being spotted at midfield, gain of about 2 yards for Oliver Penfield, and then the officials mired in conversation. What do you think officials say in those moments?
Hey, what are we going for dinner? Is it your turn to treat? Hey, I'm on a no.
Yeah, I'm a vegan.
No, vegan.
Can we go to a vegan restaurant?
Yeah.
Can we go to Veggie Grill and pick up some of those? Actually, that restaurant is quite tasty.
Well, you know what my favorite dish is? Greens and rice. That's all veggies. Greens and rice. Give me collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, and rice. Rice and greens is nice.
Big weekend for football in the city of Seattle. People look on the screen. I am wearing the University of Washington, my windbreaker. Jay Yeezy, many people feel this is a breakout of a national championship game. Whoever wins this game will have a massive upper hand in the Pac-12. Oregon, Washington. What are your thoughts tomorrow?
Same thing. It's the game of the year right now. I mean, UW still has to go down to USC, but this game is the precursor, as they say.
Monty Kohler doing something that when I was in high school football, I was told not to do under any circumstances. As the coach come on the field, not only is Monty on the field, he is standing with the referee at the white end of the mid circle. So obviously, Hall of Famers get treated differently than guys like me. He's he is being he is holding court with the. I don't see Ballard's coach out there. Maybe he was thinking about it. He's walking back over here, but Monty is at the midfield circle of the soccer circle, right in the middle of it, near the 50-yard line, and it looks like they're going to go have a little talkie to. This is something similar. Oh, and Monty, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did Monty Kohler just get a flag thrown on him? He did. Monty Kohler just got a flag thrown on him.
I wonder, what?
And Kyan McDonald is also being pushed away. They're asking him to get off the field. So something has happened on the field. Another flag gets thrown, and I hate to believe that was on the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, it looked like Monty was talking to the referee that threw the flag was the one that was face to face with Monty.
Well, they told me not under no uncertain circumstances was I supposed to be out there.
Yep.
And this is nothing against any existing coaches that are out there. Oh,
unsportsmanlike.
They kicked somebody out.
Ejected. Unsportsmanlike. Yep, player ejection.
I believe there's a player ejection. So there is. They will apply both penalties because they were not happening at the same time.
Right.
So they will march off 30 yards in penalties.
Yep.
And I believe it was Kyan McDonald that was thrown out. We'll keep our eyes out there and see if number 4 is out there. The referee's taking that long walk from the 18-yard line. Actually, it was a 22-yard line, and they're moving the ball to the 48-yard line. So 30 yards in penalties.
Yep.
Number 4 is off the field. The first penalty they called was a defensive penalty with a player ejection. The second penalty they called on the defense, but nobody was playing defense. Kyan McDonald's back on the field. Wait a minute here. Kyan McDonald's back on the field, so it wasn't him. And I want to see if Coach Kohler and his massive play sheet is over there as the ball gets up the middle, and he is smacked.
I don't see anybody walking to the locker room, but that's usually what happens when you get – because you have to take off your uniform when you've been ejected. Correct?
That is correct. You have to take the helmet off, and I think they make you take the shoulder pads off to clearly delineate that you're not in the game anymore.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what we can find out during the halftime break.
Yep.
Looking down on the field right now,
I don't see. Yeah.
Andrew Moore went for no yards. Fairley's got him back in the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 tight ends. He's got the 2 receivers split. Throws a slant pass, and it's complete. The number 7 brought down after a first down. Wait a minute. Did they say he was down, or they pick up the ball? O'Day picks up the football, and there they go. Let's see what the referee says. They're going to say it is O'Day football.
They say it's a fumble. He was losing it when he was going down, falling on his back. I think he was fumbling it then. Because he did catch the ball, did those, as they say, common to football. He got it, ran, and then he got tackled, and then he was falling down and was fumbling the ball.
Adam Tripp, the wide receiver over there. He had the ball, and he was tackled by Sage Salopek. The ball came out. There was a lot of people looking at it. It was picked up by O'Day and tried to return upfield. The Ballard guys tackled him at the 33-yard line. And after 30 yards of penalties and a big opportunity and momentum switch, O'Day gets the ball right back.
Yep.
Here comes Antonio Ruggiero. He brings the Irish out in live formation.
They changed up their lining. Oh, yes.
They give it to Jason Brown, and Jason Brown makes a couple of nice moves. And he really did. He went down on his own.
And you saw which way he was going to cut. He was going to cut upfield around those and get upfield.
That looked like the first Kurt Warner. The Kurt Warner that we remember. If you grew up in Seattle in the early 1980s, we had a running back from Penn State named Kurt Warner.
Great.
And people said that they ran faster sideways than anybody, and Jason was trying to do the sideways move. Then he just went straight down. Ryan Phillips is the messenger fullback today. Seems like he's bringing in the
We call that a turf tackle.
Oh, and I had many of those. Let me tell you. 2:29 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, they
O'Day
got a
21,
slot.
Ballard
They're
0.
running slot. That's interesting. Different formation.
Arugio with a nice fake out of the backfield tries to throw a pass, and he had two guys in the area.
He's got one guy breaking loose right in the middle of the field, wide open. Number one.
He actually had three guys wide
Yeah.
open. He couldn't hit him. Quinn White was the man. I think the pass was intended for it. It hit his hands.
I think the tight end, right? Quinn
White.
Yeah.
Ryan Phillips, the fullback, was like, "Hey, just let it go. I would have caught it." And you're absolutely right. There was a running back running right down the middle of the field. So they had a good play call. Just what was lacking there is the execution. Ballard trying to see if they can get out of this. Third down and about 4. The give is to Ryan Phillips with me, and he's met. He is met. And I'll tell you what, there's a guy number 50 for Ballard. He's made a couple of big hits here. I don't think he's that big a dude, to be honest with you. Lake Christensen is his name.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Lake Christensen. I don't think he's the biggest dude in the world. He is 6 feet tall, 205 listed here. He doesn't look that big. But let me tell you something.
Packs a wallet.
He brings it. And he is not afraid of maroon and gold or anybody that O'Day has. I mean, he is sticking his nose in there, and he's like, "Hey, play by my lead." Good for you, Lake. 1st and 10. Call that had to be a 4-yard game, maybe 3.
They gave him a first down on it. He's Blake's a defensive end. There he is. Yep.
Here come the Irish. They're on the ball.
4.
High
formation.
Jason Brown gets the ball, bounces away from a couple of tacklers, and O'Day just matriculating the ball downfield right now. Picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 6, but Coach, it might be 5.
Looks more like 5, but I'll say, just be safe, 6. But either way, they're averaging about, if you count all those touchdown runs, they're averaging about 9 yards a carry.
Ballard doing a steady job. Their coaches are all coaching and interested in the game. They're talking to their players. They're coaching their kids. And that's really what you want to see from the Ballard coaching staff. Yeah. You want to see them encourage the kids. You want to see them pick things up. And they are doing just that.
Yeah. But they are, to be honest and unbiased, they are overmatched. So
42 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Be competitive, though.
O'Day 21, Ballard 0. Arugio fakes a pass, looks downfield, he throws. He's got the tight end open at about the 42-yard line, and he carries a couple of tacklers with him. That's number 80 for the Irish. He is number 80, and his name is, as Deion Sanders says, get the name right for the boys' mama and daddy. O'Day, interesting, does not have a number 80. Maybe they do. Let me look around here.
He's their tight end. That much I can tell you.
You telling that?
Yeah.
The number shifts from 78 to 81. So we apologize for that, but we will find him out, whoever he is.
Tight end 80.
Nice little power play. The give is to the running back, Sir Keenan Hart. And Keenan picks up a solid 14 yards on that run. And that'll take the clock down to 20 seconds. 16, 15, 14. We'll see if O'Day they will. They're going to go ahead and let the clock run down. So, an interesting and, like you said, dominant quarter of football for the O'Day Irish. Ballard trying to be game, and they certainly are. They're not backing down, but you're absolutely right there. The O'Day Irish talent, the O'Day Irish execution, a little too much right now. It is O'Day 21, Ballard 0.
End of the first quarter. Yeah. There's not much you can say. I mean, they're overmatched, but they're trying.
You are looking live at Leon H. Brigham Memorial Field in the Seattle Center. Juan Cotto and Coach Jay Easy. Had a little tickle in my throat today.
I didn't mean to choke you up.
You did. Jay Easy tickling my throat. It is O'Day 21, Ballard 0 on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio World. We are electing city council members to the Seattle City Council. obviously, this has been an issue. This has been a situation that we've been talking about for the last 3.5 years. We have a lot of problems around homeless. We have a lot of problems in our downtown core. We have a lot of problems in our neighborhoods. This is an opportunity for you to hear the candidates who want to make a difference in cleaning up and doing some things in the city of Seattle. So please follow our election coverage on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Your vote is your voice.
And then, of course, go to www.kingcounty.gov. Get yourself a vaccine. www.kingcounty.gov/vaccines, plural with the S, vaccines, and get a vaccine shot.
I've got mine, Juan. I got mine.
This is nothing political. We want you to be healthy.
Yep.
And if Aaron Rodgers wants to debate me, let's go ahead and have it out.
Come on, Aaron.
12 minutes to go in the first quarter. That's not a political comment. That's Aaron Rodgers brought that up with some of the people he would like to debate. And if he wants to take me on, I'll take him on. Here's Arugio's throw. It is complete to Kyan McDonald on the 15-yard line. And McDonald makes a couple of nifty moves, stays in bounds,
touchdown.
And McDonald goes into the end zone. And I know number 30, is that number 30 for Ballard? A hard-working young man. He had a couple different times that he had a shot at McDonald. So quick McDonald is. And I know this young man, Darius Papesco, just could not wrestle him down.
Couldn't wrangle him down. He did a good job of running down that sideline, tiptoeing down that sideline.
So 11:50 to go in the second quarter. O'Day's about to go up 28-0. Livingston, ball down, up.
Good.
And it's good. And the O'Day Irish, just like that, are up 28-0. Livingston nails the extra point.
His leg is going to be tired before the end of the night.
He's already kicked 4 of them.
Yep.
He's already kicked 4 of them. And so the Irish take a commanding lead against Ballard, and Ballard is not a bad football team.
No.
And Jay Easy, you and I have both been up against this. I know in your coaching career you faced some of the Catholic schools. When I was at Highline High School, we had a regular meeting with the Kennedy Lancers, and there is pros and cons to the private schools. I've always felt it was a great opportunity to go ahead and play them. But sometimes you have years where you just don't have the players to match up.
No, I know. We when I was at Garfield, we were running neck and neck with Seattle Prep. They had a guy named Ron Johnson, all that.
I remember that.
And then after that came Rick Redman. Well, of course, he was at Blanchette.
Heard of him?
Yep. And then later on, Garfield and Joe Steele and Garfield, Bruce Harrell, considered one of the greatest games in high school football out here in Memorial Stadium, overtime. Yeah.
Joe Steele.
University
of Washington, great, just a legend, and had a great career at the UW. Suffered a tough knee injury.
Career-ending injury, man, against UCLA.
Drafted by the Seattle Seahawks, tried to make an NFL squad, but has had a very successful career in real estate.
Yep.
And has also remained true to our community.
Yep, he's a supporter of all these programs. But the thing is, he would have been a great running back in the NFL because he was just so difficult to tackle. Once he got his legs, and he wasn't that big.
No, not a big dude.
He is the principle of physics, movement, speed, acceleration, impact. I mean, seriously, he was an amazing runner.
Here come the Ballard Beavers. They are at the 20-yard line where they'll start this drive. Receivers both left and right, 2 tight ends. That might mean that they are going to go ahead and try to run the football.
One back on the running.
And Packy says no.
Loss of about 2.
Number 34, Packy Crawford. He's a junior. He's 6'1", and he is 230 pounds. He's lightning fast off the edge.
Yep.
And I think he's going to be a real good player at the next level.
Well, no game. I thought they lost, but they gave him credit.
Got him in the backfield, but that just shows how tough these Ballard kids are playing. He was able to move Packy forward to get back to the line of scrimmage as the officials call timeout. 11:19 to go, and now we're hearing multiple whistles. So
I think
what's going on here.
I think setting the ball is in the wrong place. Yeah.
They
The down,
moved it.
yeah, the
they
down
moved it.
mark, yeah, is that, yeah, he did lose on that play when the whistle blew.
Lost 1 yard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, he was 2 yards back in the backfield, so he
Yeah.
moved it forward. Could have been a lot worse. Two
Quick
receivers
pass.
to the right. He throws out to his receiver. He's got the ball. He makes a catch at the 16-yard line and tries to get back upfield.
No,
Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage,
real
which
close.
is now the 19.
1 yard gain. Third down and 10.
And that was number 2, Dominic Hayes. Dancing and doing his thing. Actually, I think that was Finn Lane, number 0. But anyways.
Well, it looks like O'Day's made that adjustment to their short passes, those underneath passes, because they're right on him.
The running back, Andrew Moore, he's over on the quarterback's right side fairly. He's checking his wristband, and he's getting plays. He's got 2 receivers way out to his left. He's got 2 over here on the boundary side next to John and I.
Yep.
He's running downfield. He rolls to his right fairly. He's looking downfield. He just lofts one up. He's got a man down there, and the man's got it. That's number 2.
Hey,
Dominic Hayes.
Dominic Hayes. Nice.
55 yards and a Ballard Beaver first down.
And he didn't give up on the pass, Dominic. He kept running.
Farley gets him back to the line of scrimmage. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. He's got his running back Moore. He gives the ball to Moore. Moore sifts through, and he gets pounded by a number of O'Day Irish, including number 11. That is Joseph Fuvai, and number 21, and that's that man again. Number 21 is David. And we hear about him all the time as well. David Schwartzel.
1 yard gain, 2nd and 9.
9:44, 9:43, 9:42. O'Day 28, Ballard 0. Second quarter. Welcome to football on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Bunch right, triple right.
There's Fairley. He's throwing. Sage Salopek. And the receiver get the ball. Who's got it?
Okay.
Did Salopek take it from him?
It looks like it could have been the simultaneous catch. But
It looked like it was simultaneous. They roll over. Salopek comes up with the ball. The referee on the far side went ahead and kind of motioned to Salopek.
It's an interception. And they're calling it a.
And the receiver is either he has the wind knocked out of him or he is down and he is in obvious pain over on the far side, the west side of the field, the southwest side.
So they're marking touchback. So it is an interception with the.
Both referees march touchback. So Salopek on the rollover comes up with the ball and they give it to the Irish. But I got to admire Ballard. They're like, hey, we're going for it. We're gonna put some points on the board, and fired one down. He had the man, just didn't throw it out there far enough, and Salopek was able to catch the ball underthrown. They fought for it.
Yep.
Both of them had it in possession, but the rollover on the ground, and that is number 2 or number 3?
I think
that's number 3.
Number 3, yeah.
That is Keith Stout, who was trying to wrestle the ball the way, and he was stout.
We called him a couple of times already.
Keith Stout is playing a really good football game, and he had that one, and I know he will, when he's over there at the McDonald's over there on 35th tonight out in Ballard, he's going to be mad. I'm sorry to give McDonald's some airtime, but when I go over there, that's where I usually eat. But seriously.
That fast food place with the yellow M.
I haven't eaten there in a while. But, oh, my goodness. 9:25 to go.
Oh, the equal time. Burger King says they need equal time.
The Burger Kings are coming up, and Dave Thomas and Wendy says, hey, man,
equal time.
4 pickles on every burger because the only bites you remember are the first one and the last one. High formation. The give is to that man, number 6, Jason Brown. Now misses. A couple of people miss. He steps out of a tackle at the 35-yard line. He's down to the 35, the 40. 50-yard line, 45, 47, and he goes out of bounds. And
a late hit.
We think there was a late hit. A late hit, which I think is going to be assessed to Ballard.
Yep.
And he actually went out at the 43-yard line.
But he was 10 yards out of bounds. He was at the yellow straining line behind that, and he got hit. So they're calling it
37-yard run for Brown. Jason Brown, of course, when we called the Eastside Catholic game, a 16-9 victory for O'Day. Jason Brown, 13 carries, 339 yards for the highest rated running back in the country that has not chosen a school.
That's right.
And you know what? I bet you he has free tickets tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
The problem is you got two great teams. He can pick from either one.
Sure, he's been offered by both.
Yes, he has. Yes. He's been courted by both. That is a fact.
15-yard penalty added on after a little late hit. Extracurricular activity. 9:13 to go in the second quarter. O'Day 28, Ballard 0.
Tight line.
Ballard in a
formation,
four-man front.
yep.
I formation. Give to Jason Brown.
Oh, stop. Yep.
He ran into a number of folks over there.
All right.
And that's number 30. Number 30 wanted to get him down on the ground, and that was probably a wise thing. I mean, the whistles were going, but number 30, Darius Papasu. I'm gonna call him Darius.
Okay.
I'm gonna call
Darius P.
I'm gonna call him Darius P. DP.
Yep.
Old DP. Darius said, "I'm gonna make sure you're down." Because
Yep.
sometimes you can kind of tackle Jason Brown. He pops up and he gets going. 8:35, 8:34. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Your community radio station, our community radio station. World talk, community talk, leaders, city council debates, coronavirus.
Pro set.
The give is to Jason Brown. He runs to his right, cuts back to his left
Oh,
at the 35-yard line,
right.
and he is bottled up by the
short
Ballard
game.
Beavers.
Short game.
Jason,
You know, most defenses, you taught to stay in place, right? Don't chase anything because there'll be a cutback. Cutback is always what you look for. Ballard did a very good job. They played on that cutback. Jason Brown cuts back a lot off that line of scrimmage. And if you stay at home, chances are he's going to run at you. Then the only problem then is tackling.
I see number 18, Will Martin, who's not a big dude. Will Martin is a little guy.
They're
And
running the
he's
four.
playing nose tackle, and he
Yeah.
was out there mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Here goes the give to the running back, number 24 for O'Day.
Oh.
Bounces off a tackle at the
Oh, my gosh. He
21-yard
just
line.
ran
and he
over
keeps
the
going,
Ballard guy.
keeps going.
Oh.
And after that,
He's at the 5.
a 20-yard gain by number 24, Malik Dawson.
What I tell you, he ran
Malik
over.
Dawson.
He ran over at least 3 Ballard players going to the 5-yard line. He just literally ran them over.
Malik Dawson carries it down to the after a 20-yard run. That's down to the 5-yard
What
line.
do they have as the weight listed at Malik Dawson?
Malik Dawson, he is
Got to be 200 plus.
a running back. Yeah, you think? Malik Dawson is 5'11", 215.
Oh, okay.
Gives Jason Brown, stutter steps a couple guys.
Breaks a
Just
tackle.
does not go down. Just does not go down. Hands the ball to the referee. O'Day 34 on the just a physical pounding 5-yard run by Jason Brown.
Yep. Set up by 2 long runs.
No real energy or enthusiasm from either sideline. This is a football game going on. I think the outcome was probably sort of determined. We both felt, we were kind of hoping that there would be some resistance put up by Ballard. They've got a nice looking operation, but O'Day coming out here with this group of nationally ranked team, this nationally ranked group of athletes, and really taking it to Ballard right now. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So that was number 33 again. That is Owen Livingston with the extra point. O'Day 35, Ballard 0.
He looks like he's tired. He's walking back to the sideline. His legs got to be tired.
And this, like I said, I talked about it earlier. It was a situation I was in a lot of times in the second half. The second quarter, and you're down 35-0. As a coach, Jay Easy, what do you do for Ballard to keep your kids in the game?
Hey, keep your heads up. Do your very best. Hey, we're not going to win. Don't even think about it. Just play your very best. Play your position. Play for pride. That's all you can say. You're overmatched almost in every position. But, never You can't say, "Oh, never give, we'll make a great comeback." You don't tell, you don't fill them with that. Just say, play your best, play for pride. That's all you can say.
Keith Stout back there, number 3. He's looking for a football, as is another receiver out there. Looks like number 30, Ben Clydall, is back there with them.
These are the kind of games where you really know where your team is at,
Ball hits the 5-yard line,
out on the
and it rolls out of bounds. So Ballard will start this drive once again, Coach, at the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, 20-yard line. Going the long way.
Yep. And you've been on teams and you've coached teams.
Yes,
and,
I'm saying I've coached.
Yep.
When we were running the Highline Pirates, man, we were down a lot.
Mhm.
We were down a lot.
But that will tell you the kind of team you have, the metal of that team, METTLE, and where their head is at.
Well,
Because you can't win them all. There's no way, but you have to accept defeat. But pray, if you play your very best, play with pride. What else can you do?
the effort and intensity matches the leadership of the quarterback, Joe Farley. He's back out there.
Yeah,
he gives the ball to Andrew Moore, and he fights, but he gets blasted.
Yeah.
That was that man again, number 21, off the edge for O'Day.
Yep.
That was I don't know why I'm having yes, David Schwarzel.
Yep.
David Schwarzel.
Yeah,
Number 21. That was a man that and he is a big fella.
Yeah, he is.
Number 21. He's looks big
Defensive
off
end,
the edge.
he's their defensive end
He and Packy Crawford
Yep.
make it very, very difficult to run anywhere.
on the edge, boy. They're tough. They're tough. Quick pass.
That's a nice ball by Farley, and he goes
Good
outside to
job. Good
number
job.
7. That is Adam Tripp. And Adam Tripp gets enough
First
to
down.
make it close to a first down. He does get the first down. So 2 plays for Ballard, and they pick up 10 yards. First down, Beavers, ball on the 30-yard line. So they can matriculate the ball downfield. Maybe they can get some points going in before the end zone. Give us some more again. Moore gets hammered by the O'Day defensive line. And there's David there again. There's Packy there again.
Packy.
Boy, and the defensive ends just crashed down to the middle.
Yep.
You figure they would be susceptible to maybe a dive play fake to
And
the
a fake
outside.
and throw the outside. Yep.
But we don't have any more plays that have a fullback anymore. So
Well, the thing is, you got to be, if you're going to do play action, you got to be able to run the ball. That doesn't do anything if you can't run it. Play action doesn't mean anything.
second down and 8, ball on the 32-yard line. The give is to Moore. Moore goes right into the scrum.
He didn't gain
And
anything.
the same group of O'Day guys are tackling him. Number 21, Schwarzel. Number 34, Crawford gets up off the ground.
Number 50.
Yeah.
No gain.
15, 14, 13, 5 minutes coming up. The 5-minute gun is coming up. It is O'Day 35, Ballard 0. The skies have completely turned it to kind of a gray color. And the Space Needle sits in the background.
Juan, as much as I would love to run, you can't do anything with the run. Throw the ball. Just throw the ball.
Tripp's left, a single wide receiver to the right. That's Tripp. Farley kind of gets out of a tackle situation, and then they gather him up and throw him down. And Farley is
taking his
rolling it. Yeah, he's checking himself.
Yeah,
he's checking himself. That was third down and 7. A loss of 6 on the sack makes it 4th down and 13. So here comes the Irish. The man who's done a lot of damage on returns already tonight. Returning the 1 ball. Ryan Phillips is back there returning punts.
Yep.
And they've got a spread punt formation. Ball's there, and the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked. It's up in the air. Schwarzel, of all people,
you saw that coming.
Schwarzel falls on it.
Yep. They had 10 on the line of scrimmage, Juan. They had 1 deep back and 10 on the line of scrimmage, and you said it.
Actually, Malik Dawson was the one that fell in the ball.
Yeah.
So they get the ball on the 20. And with 4:01 to go, here come the Irish. And if they score here, the clock runs out the rest of the game. I mean, they're just going to go to halftime, of course.
Yeah.
But they will go to the running clock.
The running clock.
So
the mercy rule, as they
And
say.
it looks like Monty Kohler is bringing in his number 1-0. He is.
Yep.
So they're going to keep the number ones in the ball game. Oh, wait a minute. Do I see number 3 coming out? I believe, Coach, for his first snap of the year, I may be wrong, but I think I'm right. For his first snap of the year, senior quarterback Luke Dana. And it looks like there was too much time being taken. So the delay of game is on the offense. So that'll move him back 5 yards. But Luke Dana, who was going to be the starting quarterback for the Irish this year, he was listed as a starter going into the Union game. But the week of Wednesday, from what I understand, twisted his ankle. And I do have inside information on this team. Twisted his ankle, had a ligament damage, had to go in for surgery. And this is his first snap of the year to give to Jason Brown, which I think he would know he would have given a lot. Jason Brown at the 20, he cuts outside to the 13, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. It is O'Day 41, Ballard 0. O'Day scores on Jason Brown's 22-yard run into the end zone. And O'Day is now 41. This extra point should make the score 42. And, of course, that will start the running clock.
Yep.
So they will have 3 minutes of this quarter and then 12 to so about 27 minutes of football left.
So if I was to have a heart-to-heart with the Ballard coach, tighten your line, get that ball, throw the ball. You ain't making anything on the run. Don't even try to do the run fake. Just throw the ball. Get your receivers out there, get them hot, and tighten up that line, protect your quarterback, throw the ball. Because you aren't making any yards on run. And you do a fake run and try to throw the ball, no, that ain't going to work because you're not running the ball. That's just me, Juan.
It's really, really interesting in terms of playing. I always like to see if we ran the double wing, and a lot of people thought it was nickel and dime, and it was like a childhood offense. It's little kid football. But I felt like I could move the football by getting more people at the point of attack.
Yep.
And I'm outsized and I'm out athleted.
Yep.
If I can get 8 guys over there blocking on their 6, I always felt like I had the advantage.
You have the advantage. And you never know. But the thing is, I don't understand why I keep going to the run game. It's not working. You're getting shoved every time you run. So a play pass fake to the run isn't going to work, right? Because you're not running the ball. The play action pass only works if you can run the ball. But, that's the way I was taught. And, might as well throw the ball. What the heck? Get the ball out there.
So here goes the kick. It's on the ground. It's picked up by number 3
Good run.
for Ballard. He rolls
kick.
right there. Because now we've got some JV players in there.
Yeah.
And that is number 3, Keith Stout. And we've talked about it. He has been stout. The clock isn't running, and I thought it should be. So they're stopping, and they're playing like this is normal football. But according to state rules, they need to be running that clock and get this over with. Yep. So 25. Yep. The clock is stopped at 3:45. Ballard comes out. There are 2 wide receivers to Joe Farley's left. There's one to his right, and he's got a running back there with him. Man comes in motion, makes a nice little play, and then he throws for number 7, and that is that man again. That is Truett Madonna. No, it's not Truett Madonna. That's Tripp.
Number 7. Yeah.
And so they're not at a running clock. So I'm gonna maybe it's 49-0. But
I think it's 42 points.
Right. Well, it's 42-0.
No, yeah, it's 42. I thought it was at 42.
I think, guys, they do that in the second half.
Oh, in the second half. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, like I said, I hope he passes the ball. Yep. Which is
you're kidding me.
No.
Off the hands of the outside receiver and picked off by number 10 for the Irish. That is Peter Peter Pauley. He picks off the pass. And
oh no, the Ballard was doing what I said they should do: throw the ball.
short passes.
Passes because you're not running it. Forget that.
Run that back real quick. Peter Pauley picked the pass.
Oh my gosh! Come on, Ballard. Jesus.
Here come the Irish. 3:31 to go. The ball off the receiver's hands and into Peter Pauley's hands.
He picked it off the.
Let's see what Monty has in store now. There we go. Putting people into the ball game. See the Irish check out this play. 3:31 to go. O'Day 42, Ballard 0. And it looks like they will run the clock in the second half. When I was at Franklin and we were getting destroyed one time, I made them run in the first. So let's get me out of here.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you about that. Oh, I'll tell you later on about the basketball game I coached.
We have a penalty. Tell us about it.
So I'm coaching young men at Montlake Recreation Center, right? We're playing Bitter Lake. The whistle blows and the buzzer goes off, and so I bring the team into the locker room. The referee comes running in and says, "Man, what are you doing?" I said, "It's halftime." "No, it ain't. This is the end of the first quarter. We're down 39 points. Oh,
that is coacher, man. I tell you, I got a number of those. Here comes the new quarterback. The give is to Luther Hill. He picks up about 4.5 yards before he's thrown down.
Makes up.
I was this coach at these coaches at St. Joe's School where I was they were telling me that they never got beat like that, and I said, I don't think you guys coached long enough. You guys didn't coach as many games as I did.
Because what goes around comes around. You'll get it both versions. You'll be way ahead, or you could be way behind.
You gotta expect that if you're doing your thing, you're gonna be thinged.
Yeah, exactly.
I got out there and we did our thing, but we did it in a style and a manner that was classy. 2:52 to go in the second quarter. O'Day 42, Ballard nothing.
Bringing 5. Oh, they got 5 on the line now.
Hutton Leverett gives the ball to number 36, the big fullback for O'Day in this lineup.
Yeah.
That is Jamu Molieri. Molieri picks up a solid 12 yards on that carry.
Gosh.
Taking the ball down to the 16-yard line. And with 2:34 to go in the second quarter, it is O'Day 42, Ballard 0. And this game has just got off on the wrong foot for the Ballard Beavers. Like just a couple of drop passes, a couple of runs where they didn't touch the running back. And, instead of making O'Day drive down the field, they
gave up yardage on the special teams. 213,
212, 211.
Once
I formation.
Yeah.
Hutton Leverett gives the ball. Sarkinen Hart.
Boy, he's
nice
a load,
run.
man.
He really is.
He is a load.
And I might be wrong on that ball carrier, Coach. So that's actually 45.
45.
That is Hercules.
No.
Lucas Hercules. Man, where?
But he looks like he's a load, Juan.
He really is a load. He's not a little dude.
No, he is not.
134, 133, 132. Leverett getting the signal. And Leverett comes to the line of scrimmage, bringing the Irish. They're going to go, I'm sure, I formation right tight end. And he's got his two backs back there with him.
I formation.
Oh, toss.
Oh, it's wide open.
You talked to nobody there.
Open.
He gets in. He almost gets knocked down by his own man.
Yeah, he ran in the back of his own guy, but he got in. Hercules
takes the ball 15 yards, goes into the end zone. O'Day, that would be a 48. And with an extra point coming on, it could be 49.
Yeah.
Ballard 0.
There wasn't even anybody blocked
out
there. There wasn't even anybody trying to turn the play in. There was no outside leverage or contain. It was like you and I could have ran through that hold on.
Boy, I tell you, I would have walked really quickly.
Yeah. Come on, Ballard. Block it.
Livingston. It's a very, very game Ballard team. I don't think they've given up. I think they've come out and they've really tried to fight and kick and claw. They're just once again, we talked about it. We knew this was going to be a difficult matchup for them coming in, and it's a difficult matchup.
Yeah, you gotta feel for those kids. Gotta feel for them.
Our community radio station, your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. We have our opportunities here to look at as we are going to be electing a new city council member in the city of Seattle. Actually, we're going to be electing several of them. And so we have been doing the debates. Tony B. and Daniel say, hey, we have been working our tails off. I just want to let you know, and it's up on the screen. We have Kathy Moore running against, who was that? Speak that to me, Daniel.
Christina Obey Sumner.
Christina Obey Sumner. So that is for District 5. Right. So we get a chance to listen to some of the debates. We definitely need people to vote. If you haven't done so, do so. Get yourself signed up. We have some major issues that we have been talking about in regards to homeless, in regards to public safety, in regards to a variety of different issues that have been impacting our community now for the last several years. Please pay attention to what's going on in your community. And you can do that by simply listening to your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, as the kick goes out of bounds into the end zone.
Your vote is your voice. Well, what are we gonna look
I'll tell you what I've said before in halftimes like this. I mean, I've taken my team, I've sat them down, talked to my coaches, and I said, hey, we're gonna start the scoreboard 0-0.
Right.
And we are gonna try to win the second half. And we want to score first, and we want to go back to every single principle that we talk about, and we talk about every fundamental. And it's and I say, hey, if we win the second half, there's no coming to practice on Saturday morning. And I'll tell you what, I got my guys fired up and playing as hard as they could because they wanted to use that as the carrot.
Did they win the second half?
They did not.
I didn't think so. But good try, Coach.
Farley goes in. Farley picks up 5 yards as he really does a good job of getting down to.
You heard him.
Hit.
You heard a Mo, right? It ain't momentum.
No.
You're a motivator.
I was a motivator.
Coach, you are the motivator.
Shoot, I had myself motivated. I want to go out there and play. But boy, that would have been a travesty. Here we go. 41 seconds to go in the second quarter. O'Day 49, Ballard
triple left. Throw the ball. There it is.
He's trying to throw the ball. He's trying to go to his receiver, who's had actually a pretty decent game tonight. Number 2.
Hayes.
That is you're right. Dominic Hayes.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's
fighting.
They're blocking better for him. Of course, that's a different defense, but they're giving him more time. But I mean, like I said, I wasn't wrong. Throw the ball. You ain't doing anything running. Forget that run.
The way you're running. If you're going to try to zone block O'Day's guys, those 4 guys up front are too stout.
You can't do it. They got too much oomph on it. They got too much base on them.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Farley throws. Came out of his hand poorly. And a flag comes out. A flag comes out from the
it might be holding
referee, and let's see what he calls.
I think it's going to be holding.
22 seconds to go in the second quarter. The Irish are up 49-0 over Ballard.
Holding.
Calling a hold on Ballard that will push them back 10 yards from the spot of that foul where the flag is. Looks like they might take them inside of the 15-yard line, if I'm not mistaken.
Ballard, tight line. Cut down on your splits between linemen, right? Instead of 2.5 feet, go 2 feet or 1 feet to keep guys from wedging in there. Tighten it up. Throw the ball. They're doing exactly what I would want them to do. They're throwing the ball. The
penalty was declined by O'Day. That makes it 4th down. Here comes the wholesale formation. The only thing about throwing the football, I guess, won't matter in the second half, Coach, is that it stops the clock. So you're still giving O'Day 22 seconds.
Yeah.
They're going to have a short field. We'll see if Monty will kneel on it. Coach Kohler, that is. Or if they'll try to go for a score. Snap is back, and here comes the kick. It is up.
Oh, nice punt.
And the ball is caught by Ryan Phillips at the 40-yard line, and he's going backwards.
Stay in bounds.
He gets pushed back 12 yards. He comes on the 40 in a game group of Beavers.
Special teamers. Good job, Ballard. Good job.
That was Ben Khalil. He drug him down.
That was a good punt, too.
It really was.
Yeah.
Nice sequence there for the Ballard Beavers on a good special teams play.
Offense brings the fans. Defense wins the game. Championships are won by special teams. Don James.
But that's the truth. Offense brings the fans. Defense brings the
Championship game, but games are won by defense, but championships are won by special teams. Oh, there you go, Monty.
Hutton
Good job.
Leverett goes down on a knee, and
Good job.
that will get the Irish out of there. That will get Ballard out of there. So we saw 7 touchdowns by the Irish in the first half, and that made the score O'Day 49, Ballard 0. Livingston, as you talked about, has not missed an extra point all year, and he didn't. And the two teams go into the locker room to make their halftime adjustments, and we'll see what the Ballard coaches do to inspire their troops. And we're going to turn this over to Daniel Bellis for the halftime report. Daniel.
Yep, here with your halftime report, live on Rainier Avenue Radio. And all O'Day over Ballard, 7 touchdowns, 49-0. Taking a look at the standings and how this affects things right here. As you can see that O'Day, with a win tonight, they can clinch the Metro Championship if Garfield loses tonight. So obviously with a running clock here in the second half, we're expecting O'Day to get this win, which means just the Garfield Bulldogs would have to lose to the Rainier Beach Vikings for O'Day to clinch the Metro Championship by the end of the night. If they lose, then more than likely Garfield, if Garfield wins tonight against Beach, then O'Day would play against Garfield for that Metro Championship at West Seattle Stadium next week in the regular season finale. Eastside Catholic has lost earlier this season against O'Day, so O'Day has the tiebreaker on the Crusaders. It's all about the Garfield Bulldogs. That's their only competition for the Metro Championship, especially after tonight with this win. Because with running clock, we're expecting, obviously, it's going to be a win. Now, in the second game here on Rainier Avenue Radio, we will be hosting that Garfield and Rainier Beach game. So, again, the O'Day Fighting Irish will be watching this one, and they'll be saying that if Beach can pull this upset over the Bulldogs, O'Day would clinch the Metro Championship by the end of the night. That's how it looks. Now, for the Rainier Beach Vikings, if they can win this game as well against Garfield, so Beach fans and O'Day fans will be the same fans, if you will, because if Beach can win tonight, that would actually give them the 4th bye, and the 4 byes moving into the round of 32 would be O'Day, Eastside Catholic, Garfield, and Rainier Beach, which means Prep, Ballard, Blanchette, and Lincoln would have to play in one game to make that round of 32. 6 teams make that 6 teams play, and then 3 teams will make that round of 32. The final 4 of the Metro Mountain will compete in that. So if Beach can win the night and pull that upset over the Bulldogs, they're rivals and what some people call the Hood Classic. That would give them the 4th seed to get that bye and get a rest for a week and play in the round of 32, whereas Prep, Ballard, Bishop Blanchette, and Lincoln would all have to have one play-in game. And that's 4 teams right there. The other 2 are made up from the Metro Sound, and that's how that looks. Roosevelt's already clinched a playoff berth. A very interesting game going on right now between Ingram and West Seattle has some interesting playoff implications in this contest. If Ingram wins, then they clinch the 2nd berth out of the Sound. That's Roosevelt and Ingram. They will be in the playoffs, and then everybody else in the Sound will be eliminated. If West Seattle wins, Roosevelt clinches the Sound championship, and West Seattle will actually move into that 2nd spot going into the last week of the regular season. And as it stands right now, and you can see that the board, West Seattle is actually leading Ingram at the half 7-0, 1 touchdown. So at the moment, if things hold, that means Rosa would clinch the Sound Championship, and West Seattle and Ingram would have that opportunity to possibly get that second playoff position, and that also keeps Chief Self alive as well. So Nathan Hill, Franklin, and Lakeside have been eliminated. They have absolutely no opportunity for making the round of 32 in state. Next week on Rainier Avenue Radio, the regular season, we will be covering the Ingram and Franklin game at 5 p.m. here at Memorial Stadium. And we'll follow that up at 7:45 with the Eastside Catholic and Rainier Beach game. So there you go right there. If you can take a look at the top 20 action right there, you can see that a couple of teams played last night. And a couple of blowout wins, especially for Bellevue, of course, and the Kingco, dominating their opponent, Lake Washington Kangs, 42-21 there. Mount Spokane, just a dominating performance against Cheney, 42-6. And also last night in Pierce County, Lincoln-Tacoma rolled all over Silas, 55-13. In about 10 minutes here, number 18, Bainbridge, who plays out of actually District 3 now. It used to be in the Metro. They play a lot of 2A opponents in their league. They'll be playing Port Angeles. They're having a really good season at 4-1. They're ranked number 18 now. They'll play against Port Angeles here in about 9 minutes now. And then in half an hour, more teams will be playing, including number Arlington, who jumped up to number 2 this week, actually, with their undefeated record, will be at Oak Harbor, as well as Eastside Catholic and Seattle Prep will be tangling there at 7 p.m. Prep needs to win this game to stay alive in that battle for the bye, although Rainier Beach can take it away with them if they upset Garfield. Yelm, number 4, will be at number 20 Timberline. You got number 6 Kennewick will be hosting 4A team Hanford. You got of course, our second game of the night, Garfield and Beach, which will actually be at 7:45, not 7. Need to correct that for you so we can have some accurate information on the board. Ferndale will be hosting Mount Vernon. You got Mount Sonoma hosting Stadium there in the Pierce County League. Number 11, Mountain View, will be at Kelso. In the Westco, number 12, Marysville Pilchuck will be playing non-league opponent Glacier Peak. You got Gig Harbor, number 14, hosting North Thurston. Number 15, Monroe, will be hosting Edmonds Woodway. Edmonds Woodway actually having a good year, just not ranked. Number 16, Ridgeline, out of Greater Spokane, will be hosting University in an easy game for them, we suppose. And number 19, Juanita, will be hosting Newport in the Kingco. We're going to go ahead and before our break here, just to remind you that next Tuesday we'll be hosting the City Council debate for District 5. That's going down at 6 p.m. with our pre-debate coverage. We'll get interviews with the candidates, moderators, and important people involved. And between Kathy Moore and Christina Obey-Sumner. And then at 7, the debate will actually broadcast. And then we'll be back after that debate at 8 p.m. With post-debate coverage. Hopefully more second interview with the candidates and moderators and more. And we'll be live from North Seattle College for that. For now, though, we're going to pay some bills and we'll be right back in about 12 minutes. So keep it locked to Rainier Avenue Radio. Second half of action coming at you right here on your community radio station all day over Ballard, 49-0 on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, this is Paul Pearson. I've hosted the R&B show Star Time since the very beginning of Rainier Avenue Radio. And after years of featuring tracks from the 50s through the 80s, Star Time now plays R&B and hip-hop from the 1990s as well. A whole half century of soul, funk, hip-hop, and more on Star Time, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Would you like to see when your favorite Rainier Avenue Radio show comes on? Check out our show schedule, updated weekly at rainieravenueradio.world.
Oh, my man. You know, everybody goes through a storm sometimes.
God is, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world have a new address. We're now located at 4916 Rainier Avenue South in Columbia City, 98118. God is still loving on your community, being a blessing and meeting the needs of the people. Don't miss any of our amazing shows. Your favorite community radio station. Tune in and come on down and get some free food and let us continue to love on you. Don't forget to tune in. See you soon for free food and free entertainment with God is and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio,
your community radio station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit kingcounty.gov.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam.
Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at the local Filipino community, Phil-Am Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news.
Kaya always tune in Phil-Am Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
Every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
That's every Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m. on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
See lots of people who've gotten rich quickly and gotten poor just as quickly and left nothing to their families and or the community. That's a big chunk of the piece that needs to change. We need to see people making their investment in their families and in themselves and in the community. We want to build all three of those elements. We want to establish long-lasting family and community wealth, not just people who've gotten rich and squandered it. Those who have wealth will be opposed to our breaking the status quo. So this will be a struggle. All those folks are used to how things have been for hundreds of years, and that's the piece that needs to change. And they need to be able to stand by.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world is your 24/7 digital media hub. Tune in at Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and TuneIn apps.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me is setting up a safety net for the future, not only for yourself, but for the generations to come, to not have the future generations, maybe in your own family, to have to go through the same trials that you had to go through. Maybe if you went through something hard when you were younger, maybe being poor, being middle class, or not having the money to have access to the things that other people around you do. It's setting up that safety net so that not only you, maybe later in your life, but also your kids, their kids, can end up having the luxuries that you would have wanted when you were young.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not shouting "Badia" at city council meetings, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
You're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm Granville Emerson along with my partner, Renault Pepe Bean. And we host the show Lidline Sports right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world, where we talk about football, basketball, local sports, national sports, Seahawks, UW, Seattle U Redhawks, Garfield Bulldogs, all that and more right here on Midline Sports and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
God is Rainier Avenue Radio.world, your favorite community radio station. We're putting out all kind of inputs for you in your community. So come on and listen to us and tune us in. Get on our Facebook, Instagram, and all. As we're doing it right here for you in your community with Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And God is an inspiration of gospel music. Also, we're doing a lot of different things in your community. We give out free food. We give out a lot of things in the community. We do a lot of shows. We do a lot of things on the sports part, and we want you to come on out and tune us in and come to the community, and we do a lot of things in your community. So make sure you go to our website, Rainier Avenue Radio.world, and also go to the God Is website and look us up and see what we do in your community, something maybe you might like. So come on by and check us out from 11 to 2. Free food giveaway.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
And welcome to our live studio on your community radio station, which brings you more information from all across the nation on your favorite station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Juan Cotto and Jay Yeezy sitting underneath the ever-darkening light now of the Space Needle, and certainly the lights have taken full effect here at Leon H. Brigham Memorial Field as the O'Day Irish. And it's just amazing how Mother Nature works, right? It's
Friday night under the lights. Friday night
under the lights. And 6:30, we are just 2 short months ago. We had sun out almost until 9 o'clock, and 2 months later, Jay Yeezy, the shadows are in full effect at almost 5:30.
Yep. Unbelievable.
And we will be going on a downward spiral, 1 minute a day. 1 minute a day on both the beginning and the sunrise and the sunset. By December the 22nd, we will have the shortest day of the year.
Yep.
But by then, the football state championship will have been
played. Yep.
And that will be at Husky Stadium this year. So the kids are going to be getting the opportunity to play at one of the great venues in the state of Washington, and get a chance to play some big-time high school football on the place where tomorrow a football game of epic proportion, of epic magnitude is going on at the University of Washington. Huskies taking on the Oregon Ducks.
So, if you take the Oregon O, and you take the Husky W, you know what that spells? Ow. O. Ow.
Ow.
Well, let's hope Oregon gets an owie.
There's going to be a lot of owl tomorrow. Michael Penix, Bo Nix, a tremendous core of receivers, skill position guys, aplenty, big offensive linemen, guys coming off the edge, two great defenses, two great coaches. It's going to be a battle tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I plan on going to the game, so I'll be out at Husky Stadium with all of you that are going. And if you're not, I believe this is a game that'll be on Fox Television, I believe. But check your broadcast schedule to find out exactly where that game will be. It's going to be a big one.
Yep.
Then, of course, the Fighting Irish tonight. And then after we are out of here, the outstanding, one of the legendary broadcasters. People don't give Rick Dupree enough credit. One of the original broadcasters with KJR Radio, when they made the transition in the early 1990s to Sports Talk Radio, and I can't believe that we were all young back then.
Yeah.
But it was Rick Dupree and Bob Blackburn hosting shows and taking on ideas. And I actually sent them about an idea about a community program that I was working on with kids and cleaning up stuff in the South End. And Rick Dupree very, very kindly put me on TV, and I was so excited when I met him. Being a former Husky, I almost wet myself. He was just an awesome guy, and we love Rick Dupree. And then, of course, he'll be with another legend, and I always call him the legendary lineman, one of the great offensive linemen. I was talking last night with Rick Dupree. Okay, Edwin Jones. I'm sorry, Edwin
Bailey.
The Walter Jones. Walter Jones,
right.
The Hall of Famer, Walter Jones. The next Seahawk lineman in terms of time played is
Edwin Bailey.
Edwin Bailey.
Yep.
Coming from a small HBCU school, South Carolina State.
Right.
I think Edwin Bailey deserves Ring of Honor.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Something that we're going to try to see if we can
11 years? Was it 11 years?
Played 12 years.
12 years?
Yes.
Good gravy. And he has this wonderful saying, there is no such thing as holding.
In football, he is. We talked with him about that, and he says there is no such thing as offensive holding.
Right.
And I'm sure that he and Rick Dupree will be talking about that tonight. Is the Garfield Bulldogs will be taking on the Rainier Beach Vikings.
A very dangerous Rainier Beach team.
And
finding themselves.
And these guys are extremely quick.
Yep.
And in the words of Vince Lombardi, grab. Everybody grabbing out there. You got to tackle these running backs.
Yeah.
You got to wrap them up and get them on the ground, because if you're grabbing them and they pull through on their uniforms, they're gone.
They're gone. Break down, roll your hips, load it high, wrap them up. You're going to have a sore neck if you're going to watch this game tonight, because you've got a bad neck now. You're going to be turning your head left to right, left to right, left to right.
Going back to that, so here, I want to congratulate the Ballard Beaver fans and parents
sticking here.
Well, not only that, but what a great senior tribute tonight.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And it was beautiful, and the pictures, and that's what high school football is all about.
Yep.
They did it at halftime. They took the extra long halftime.
Yep.
They got their kids recognized. How exciting. What do you remember about senior nights and players that you coached and the great amount of time they put into their football program?
Well, it's when their parents or family members came. That was the seal of the deal. And that was what you as a coach strive for, to get their parents and or family members to recognize the sacrifice their family member made. School, practice, all those things, win or lose. And the fact that they came to support their family member and their child, that's a beautiful thing. Just like you do. You support your son and your family. So that's
really
beautiful.
And unfortunately, several times when I was a head coach, on our senior night, the parents didn't come.
Yeah.
And as a coach, you would walk that kid out there.
Yeah.
Number one, it's a tremendous responsibility. But number two, it's very, very a kind of a cold feeling because you wish the parents there would celebrate with the child.
Yes. That's the one thing that you hope for, you know. I tell parents, if you can only make it to one game, make it to that game. Make it to one game at least, because it means so much. Your child will always remember that too for the rest of their life.
No question. Senior night, such an important night in sports, and having the parents at the game. And Ballard, they just did a tremendous job of recognizing the seniors and the cheerleaders.
Beautiful.
Hats off to the class of 2024. Our future in the city of Seattle is in good hands with this football team, and hopefully they will be able to get a couple of points on the board.
Yes. Yeah, speaking of our city, we got a real major election coming for city council.
Yes, we do. We have a major election coming up here with tremendous impact on our city public policy. We have candidates who have been running since the middle of May.
Yep.
That was the official filing date. Some of them have been running further than that. They got a running head start on this and started in April, started in March. And
yep, that's correct.
So here we go with the candidates, and we're looking forward to the debates. We're looking forward to seeing this, but most importantly, with all of the activity that we have going on Rainier Avenue Radio, we need you to show up at the polls.
Yep.
If we're going to have any sort of changes in the city, we need you to vote.
Because these are going to, a number of these council positions are brand new. There are no incumbents involved. So, all right, kickoff. Ball's in the end zone.
O'Day's kick goes into the end zone. And the Ballard Beavers will start with the football on the 20-yard line. And once the ball is spotted, then we will have a running clock as we do now. So we're going to be here for 24 more minutes, maybe 25. And I would love to stay with you all night. I really would, but we don't want anything to get the score way out of line, and it's already somewhat out of line. 49-0 O'Day over Ballard. So here comes Frowley. He brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. He's got two receivers to his left, one to his right. He's got a back in the backfield with him. He's got a tight end to his left. So in essence, he's got three.
Motion across to the left side. Oh, throw it. Get upfield.
He faked to the back that came across, and then he tossed it to him.
Yep.
And that is
number
9.
And
it looks like the coaches are trying to get the balls in the seniors' hands. That was Finn Lease.
Yeah.
And he catches the ball for about a 1-yard gain. That's exciting. It doesn't matter how many yards you gain on it. You caught one.
And positive yardage on the first down. That's the other thing you say about passing. If you get positive yardage on your pass game, first down, that's perfect.
O'Day Irish. Excuse me. Fake to Moore, and then there's a little stick route.
Yep.
Just a little quick stick route. And that is Dylan Walbon. He catches a pass. He's also a senior. Yep. Actually, Dylan's a junior. But hey, he picked a ball from one of the seniors.
Stick route in front of the safeties, the defensive back, but behind the linebacker.
As Mike Leach and his crew used to say, "How mummy, run 6 yards, stick your foot in the ground, and turn around." That's a stick route.
That's a stick route.
They give us some more.
Nice
More
cut.
breaks to at the 30.
Oh, nice.
He gets
tackle,
upended at the 35, and the ball pops out.
No, I think he was down. I think he was down.
So Andrew Moore with a nice gain. He picks up about 10 yards, and that's a Ballard Beaver first down.
Now, that was an effective running play. Why? Because they've been throwing the ball. Do you see the reverse logic of that? To me, makes sense.
That old-time religion you're talking, and it's good enough for me.
Oh, nice run. Oh, he's still
good
moving.
enough for my daddy. And that old-time religion is good enough for me. Andrew Moore
got about
picked up about 6 yards on a simple zone play to the right.
Yep.
And that will make it 2nd and 4. So they're taking your advice. They're using the short passing game and opening some things with the run game on the O'Day defense.
Got to do it. Got to do it that way.
9:20 to go. 9:19, 9:18. Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Our community radio station, your community radio station. Politics, community, love, and spirit.
Deep pass.
Frawley throws one to wide receiver.
Oh, Mr. Hayes.
That is Dominic Hayes.
Oh,
He's played a heck of a game tonight.
Yep.
And he just maybe got his hand pinned.
Yep.
He had it in his left hand and just couldn't control it.
Safety came over and rubbed him as he's catching the pass, so that's what probably distracted him. That was a good pass.
That was a beautiful throw.
Yeah.
He's got a great accuracy as he throws the ball down the sideline, and he puts the ball up with enough air for people to come down. He's got tremendous timing. Nice job, Joe.
Triple left.
Yeah, actually forward to his right because the back is also to his left, I should say. The give is to that back. That is
Nice
Andrew
run.
Moore.
First down.
And Moore picked up 4 yards, and he's brought down to the ground.
And he got a first down, Coach.
He did. So he picks up. I'm going to give him 5 yards. That should be the first down, and Ballard has a sustained drive going with 8:12 to go in the third quarter.
And if they get this ball over midfield, this will be the first time today, other than 2 penalties, that they actually move the ball across midfield.
Of course, when they did get the ball over the midfield stripe, they gave it away the next play. So
Yeah, that was that 30-yard penalty, wasn't it? Something like that.
after the 30-yard penalty, they fumbled.
Yep, they fumbled.
7:56, 7:55. Here comes Ballard. Joe Frawley, the quarterback.
Double left, one right, one setback.
Give to Andrew Moore, and Moore is taken down, wrestled down.
That didn't work. Number 40, that guy again, number 49.
Let me see what the O'Day Irish have for us in store. That was number 49
Yep.
for the Irish. He was able to make that play. And knocking that drive down as Ballard regroups.
Yeah.
Owen Brushton, he is a sophomore,
Yeah.
5'8", 170 pounds.
Tough.
Owen Bruskern, little wrestler.
Yeah. Double left, single right, one back. Oh,
Give up
nice
the middle
hole.
to
Nice
Moore.
hole.
Moore finds some running room.
Moving his feet. Very good. Very
Smacking
good.
at him. And he still keeps going.
First, it looks like
Andrew Moore.
Good job.
He picks up 10 yards.
And the
He
first
pushes the pile.
Yep. First down.
And Andrew Moore still playing football here in the third quarter.
Oh,
Drives
quick.
to the 20-yard line to give to Andrew Moore again. He
Quick.
runs
Oh,
up,
nice
he breaks
cut.
up a tackle.
Oh, yeah.
The 46-yard line, runs into the O'Day linebackers at the 33-yard line.
They're
And
moving. Yeah,
That's going to be another first down.
they're running the offense so fast, the chain markers and markers haven't moved. So
Actually, that will not be a first down. That was a gain of 6.
So that's second.
It will be
It's second down.
and-
Yeah, they didn't
second
move.
down and 4.
They're running that quick offense, and they're the chain gang isn't moving. Yep. Now
6:29 to go. 6:28. 6:27. Here was Ballard to the line of scrimmage. Frawley has 2 to his left. He's got 1 to his right. He's got Moore, the running back, to his right. Double blow.
Yeah, double.
And there's a penalty.
I think it was.
I wonder if the wide receiver out here, number 3, that's Stout. Keith Stout. Did he move?
Did he move? It looks like it's going to be illegal procedure.
Or this is against O'Day.
Oh, what? Encroachment?
They call the encroachment.
Yep, encroachment.
So that moves the ball forward. Another 5 yards. That gives Ballard a first down, and they are officially, according to David Letterman, they are moving the football forward.
Yep.
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Here he is. The legend. Oh. He's
Edwin
here.
Bailey's in the house.
Raleigh fakes a handoff. He's got to scrambling around like Fran Tarkington. He's now rolling to his right at the 45-yard line. Finds a wide open receiver. That is that man number 12 again.
First down.
They found Dylan Walblum. And he picks up about 17 yards.
Yep.
That ball's going to be down at the 17-yard line. And that's another first down for Ballard.
Yep.
Of course, we were applauding for the legendary Edwin Bailey.
Pass.
Oh. Frawley threw a ball out in the flat, and you and I both saw the same thing. Number 29 for O'Day closing in on that football. And I'll tell you what, that ball so much is lower.
It was
we
gone.
are watching a 80-yard interception return.
Pick 6.
That was Davis Leclerc. Davis Leclerc, number 29, is a
Leclerc.
5'7", 160 pound defensive back. Very similar to what I was in high school at 160 pounds.
Yep.
I don't know how I got to this weight, but things happen over 40 years.
Over 40 years?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
40 years ago, I graduated from that school. Ladies and gentlemen, Edwin Bailey is here with us tonight. Oh, it's going to be a barn burner in the second ball game. We have the Hood Classic coming up, the Rainier Beach Vikings and the Garfield Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs.
From Leon H. Brigham Memorial Field, Juan Cotto, John Yasutake, touching bases with you under the dim light of the Space Needle. Look at that building just glowing in the background.
But we're Friday night under the light.
We are. The lights have taken full effect. The 1962 World's Fair.
Yep.
Jay Easy just.
I haven't seen our friends in the elevator go up yet.
They have not on the north side.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on.
They probably charged them some money to watch the game.
Oh, that's true.
Put us on the south.
Yeah, that means we can't wave at anybody. All right, that's fine.
But there's people up there. Man, they certainly are waving at us. The wheel and the needle is up at the top. The light is glowing. You see the red light come on.
Yep.
A popular children's story that captivated a generation of us back in the 1970s.
Yep.
And if you don't know what the Weedle is, well, then you didn't grow up here.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, we have a timeout, which is why I am stalling for some time.
We got second and 10.
Looks like the chain is stuck.
Yeah.
Over on the far side, and so it's about 9 feet 11 inches. It looks like they're trying to get the final inch on that stake.
Or it might have broke. I don't know.
Yeah. So here comes the Ballard Beavers. They're going to go ahead and do a huddle. Jay Yeezy, I was just showing you an article that was written about Russell Wilson. It looks like the Denver Broncos, they're leaking information like crazy the last couple of weeks. Looks like they are going to move away from Russell Wilson. That's just what they're talking.
Well,
and I'm sorry, at 1-5, you can still make the playoffs. I don't know why everybody's giving up over there. But
well, he doesn't have enough support, a supporting cast around him. It's obvious. You know, you got to have a supporting cast around the quarter. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, a lot of these coaches win with great quarterbacks. When you put them in a situation where you take that away from them, you take the Drew Brees and the Tom Brady's and all those guys away, they really struggle, don't they? As Frawley puts a ball up.
Oh, incomplete.
It is knocked away. That was a throw to Stout on a fly route.
Yeah, he was covered.
Stout made a nice move. He went ahead, started inside, broke to the outside shoulder, and Frawley threw a nice ball, but Eli Gebby was over there, got his hands up, and got into Stout's body, and the pass fell harmlessly to the ground with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
3rd and 10.
O'Day 49, Ballard 0. And the ball, and we are rooting for Ballard. We are hoping Ballard can punch one in. We want them to feel good about themselves.
Triple bunch left.
Frawley goes back on the seam route. He's got his man. He's got his man.
Got him on the seam. You're right. Right down that seam between the two defenders. Good pass. Good, crisp pass on a trajectory.
The crowd goes crazy over here as Frawley threw a bullet.
Yep. On the line, man. That was a great pass.
I thought that was the thin lines. What a rope that was.
Yep.
Right down the seam, and Finn scores one. The senior, two seniors connecting. How exciting is that?
Yeah, you're right. That pass was like on a rope, frozen rope, man. Straight down. No arch on it.
It was the extra point. It is good. Number 26.
Close to being blocked, though.
Jack Peterson comes in and knocks the extra point.
Yep.
And the Ballard Beavers get one.
Yep.
Good for Ballard. With 3:26 to go in the third quarter, it is Ballard 7. And in the second half, O'Day 0. So what we talked about, Jay Yeezy, if we wanted to call this game as from a 0-0 starting point, it is Ballard 7, O'Day 0.
So they are ahead in the second half.
Yes, they are.
7-0. 7-zip.
And let's see if Ballard is energized by this. Let's see if they can hang on to this lead.
And I'm sure our Hall of Famer here with us, Edwin Bailey, would know what it's like to be on the other side of the low end of the score or high end of the score. It just tests your mettle, tests your psyche when you're getting walloped, right? If
It
you're
does.
getting whooped up, that means that tests what kind of person you are, I think.
Here we go.
To me, you're just getting whooped.
So here comes.
Now they will onside kick. Ballard will
They will.
onside kick.
They will. Let's see what they do. They
Yep.
do an onside kick, but they go straight down on it.
Yep. We saw
Straight
them
down.
do this before. They will onside kick. It's great if you onside kick and get the ball, but the problem with it, look where you put the other team. Again, field position.
3:24 to go in the third quarter. It's a running clock.
Running
right
clock,
now.
right.
But Ballard in the second half has a 7-0 lead. For the game, it's O'Day 49, Ballard 7, but we are only going to count the second half of this game and see if Ballard can win the second half, because Jay Easy and I were talking about this. When our teams are getting beat, we would try to motivate them to win the second half.
Yes.
And we'll see if Ballard can do this.
No, I got to be honest. Let's all go home early, and I can go to Dags or Gills and get a hamburger or something. You know, let's
Dags.
Dags or Gills. Oh, encroachment. But at least he didn't hold. Oh, I'm sorry. According to the great Edwin Bailey, there's no such thing as offensive holding.
Well, Edwin is an expert on the subject. He is a legendary 12-year NFL professional, and he believed that there was not a holding call that was ever correct. He doesn't believe that the rule of holding should be in the NFL. So he's never seen one and has never been a part of one.
Oh, no, watch out. Lightning's going to strike right
I'm
over
sure that
here,
the
man.
officials,
Right.
I'm sure that these officials would beg to differ.
Thank you.
But,
Thank you.
But I'm sure it was controversial, and I'm sure it was only by the fingernails or fingertips. 2:07 to go here, and the ball is given to
Oh, they
Luther
cut out.
Hill.
Oh.
Luther Hill breaks outside at the 50-yard line, gets around to the Ballard defense, and then takes the ball down to the 39-yard line of Ballard.
Yeah.
That will be a 16-yard run and a first down for the Irish. So
Yeah.
Ballard trying to hang on to this 7-0 second half lead.
Yep. It's interesting. We're going to try to move the. For you.
Oh, this should be. We have
We have a guest. Our guest.
Here we go. Here we go. The Irish have the ball. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. The clock running. Irish lining up at the 38-yard line, first and 10.
Split backs.
Formation. Give us to the fullback.
Oh, no. Nowhere.
Edwin, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm here to watch your day. I watch him practice every day.
Yeah.
So it's right by your house.
Right behind my house.
Yep.
Tell us, Edwin, what makes these championship programs special?
Continuity. I don't know what I just said, but that's what they always say on TV.
In other words, the ability to have a coach that's been there a long time and have the program kind of set.
And everybody, you basically know what you're going to be running and what you're going to be throwing long before you get there.
Yep.
While you're playing B team football, you already know the plays.
Yep.
Then it's all about just mastering them.
Yep.
Formation. Split backs. The ball is
Whoa,
given.
what a
So
run.
the running back up the middle. There's
Right up
nobody
the middle.
there. Who is it? That
Right up the
is
middle for about 40
number
yards.
49 for O'Day. That was that man that we talked about.
Yep.
Number 49 for the
That
Irish.
sophomore.
I believe he is a sophomore.
Yep.
Owen Bradkern. Is that Owen Bradkern? That is.
Owen has pretty good vision.
Yep.
And
And he's
he's
pretty
got
quick.
pretty good speed.
Pretty quick. And sophomore.
Sophomore running back for the Irish.
Yep.
Wow, that means we got a couple more years here.
Yep. Yep.
That's pretty good. That
And
was pretty
he
good.
goes right up the middle.
Wasn't even touched.
But Luke Dana could not get the snap down. And that is it was a different kicker. It wasn't Livingston.
It wasn't Livingston.
So it doesn't break his streak. But
he's holding his breath over there, and he sighs. Oh, thank goodness.
O'Day 55, Ballard 7. But here's the thing, Jay Yeezy.
Yes.
O'Day has a 7-6 lead. I'm sorry, Ballard has a 7-6 lead in the second half.
Yes.
Ballard is winning the second half 7-6.
Yes.
And that's where we're watching for to see if Ballard can hang on.
Yes.
Your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Telling the stories of our kids in the community. Telling the stories of great importance in the community.
And get your COVID vaccination.
Boy, please. We've heard a number of reports across the country, a number of reports about COVID. And COVID getting a big time deal pickup here. So we've got to do the best we can. We've got to do the best we can to do this COVID to make sure that COVID is staying out of the news.
I
So
don't want a
please,
COVID vaccine for me, but you're getting a COVID vaccine not only for yourself, but for your family, for your friends, everybody you come in contact with.
We hear all sorts of stories about COVID vaccines, and the bottom line issue is this, John. Go if you feel good, if you're healthy, make sure you feel good and stay healthy the whole year.
Thank you. Oh, good kick.
There's a good kick, and here comes Ballard with the ball up the left-hand side of the field, but he is quickly dragged down and thrown down.
Number two, if you're standing in the way, hit somebody. I mean, come on now, hit somebody. Don't hold. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no such thing. But I mean, hit somebody. Come on now. This is special
All
team.
you gotta do is find somebody to hit.
Thank you.
Davian Sherlock makes the tackle.
Yep.
And throws the Ballard running back down at the 25-yard line. And just like that, at the 12 minutes is run off the clock. So it is O'Day 55 and the Ballard Beavers 7.
And we are in the fourth quarter. But thinking back what you're talking about, that was a really great program, honoring the seniors. I mean, it's really neat,
And once again, that is what high school football is all
Yeah,
about.
honoring those
Making
seniors.
sure that the
Yeah.
seniors and the kids have these incredible experiences.
Yeah.
There are young people who are going to be starting families someday who met at a high school football game.
Yep.
That's why they're here, and that's why they come. It's one of the foundational points in our country, and it's a great sport, and we love it, and they love it.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it to be a part of a high school football program. The kids put in a tremendous amount of work. And we're proud of all these kids in our community. And we try to tell their stories with the deepest amount of appreciation and effectiveness. And we're excited for them. And here comes another quarterback for Ballard. They're going to throw number 1 out there. Andrew Gebhardt. Andrew Gebhardt is now the quarterback. He's wearing number 1. He's got pink shoes for the cancer, the breast cancer awareness,
nice run.
and a nice little run here. Was that number 32?
Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty good start.
32, yeah. And then get himself back, get himself some rhythm going. That's 32. It's Oliver Broadgate. Oliver
Broadgate, a sophomore. All right.
He's going to stay back there with him. You have Broadgate and number 1.
We call that an off tackle slant. Tackle kicks out, tight end blocked it. Oh no, he fumbled the ball.
Gebhardt drops the ball, and he is chased down by a number of Irish. And he is brought down after a game that he pushed forward. He
For
got
a couple yards at the most, but it's still positive yardage.
Edwin, earlier we mentioned the original Kurt Warner. Jason Brown, the running back on the day, was making a couple of moves, and we were talking about the original Kurt Warner and his ability to run sideways and how quick he was. Tell us about the great Kurt Warner.
I think Chuck Knox used the term land crab.
Because they walk sideways.
He go sideways as quick as he go forward.
10 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the fourth
Direct
quarter.
Direct handoff. Guard tackle hold. Guard tackle hold.
Broadgate
Right
on
through
the carry, and he picks up a solid 12 yards and a first down for the Ballard Beavers.
Direct handoff, guard tackle hold, a blast. We call that a blast. We call that a blast.
O'Day bringing in wholesale substitutions.
Double right.
Nice little fake.
Nice.
And that is a nice throw by Gerhardt. That goes to number 12, and it picks up 20 yards.
That almost looked like what they call like Travis Kelce, the tight end delay, just right over delay, come back out late, let the linebackers flow, cornerbacks back off.
Yeah, just turn around and face up to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Dylan Wallbloom, and we've seen him make some plays tonight. He gets a 20-yard reception.
Hey, Ballard's moving the ball.
19 yards, and let's make it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Triple left.
Got it.
Gebhardt throws. He's got his receiver
Too far.
open.
Oh, Hayes.
Just overshot him. That was number 2. That was Hayes.
Yeah.
Dominic.
Yep. Well, you're loading up 3 bunch on the left-hand side. You got to throw over there sometime. Come on now.
They are all just playing a little bit of football right now.
Yep. Yep. Something.
9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Double left, 1 right.
Rainier Beach and Garfield next. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Gebhardt, the give.
Oh, nice
and there's
hole.
another nice running back. Who keeps
nice
continuing
run.
number 44 for Ballard.
Good run.
That young man there don't want to go down.
He does not.
Guard
Garrett
tackle
Marks.
hole, guard tackle hole, or off tackle. Either way, they're blocking that. We call that the MOA. You know that.
One more good run.
Yep.
And a play action pass.
Yep. Thank you. They've been able to run the ball. Before they couldn't run the ball. Why do play action if you can't run the ball? Right.
Garrett Marks on a 14-yard carry, 1st down and 10 at the O'Day Irish 20-yard line.
Double right. Oh.
The give again. No, a fake. Gebhardt kept the ball.
good.
Tried to get outside. Couldn't do it.
Oh, he
But
broke
he
the tackle.
steps away. He's looking for somebody to throw to. Trying to accelerate. Does he get outside?
Oh,
No.
Got to throw the ball.
Gotta
Throw
throw
it
that
away.
one away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andrew Gerhardt could not get outside of number 43 for the Irish.
That's a 15-yard loss. That's a 15-yard loss.
It was a 15-yard loss, a loss and scramble.
Oh, but man, he broke that tackle.
Tui Ayayai.
Oh.
Tui Ayayai. Ayayai on the tackle.
See, now you got a bunch formation left, triple left.
Got the
Trips.
3 wide receivers in the
Trips.
pyramid. It's almost like a
Trips
triangle.
left. Get that ball out there.
Get it out your hand.
Gerhardt's
Get
looking
it out your hand.
surveys. Rolls was right. He's got plenty of room if he wants to run, but he gets shoved out of bounds.
Ooh, come on now.
Whoa. Thought the whistles would have been blowing, but Gerhardt gets shoved out of bounds and little tiny bit of tension, but cooler
I
heads
like
prevail.
that shows you scrappy. That shows you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Just
chutzpah.
a little intestinal fortitude.
Thank you.
Get there and play some football.
Or do you need kaopectate or whatever?
I've
There you go.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Can I say hello to my mother
Sure.
and father, Steve and
Please.
Melissa Ernest?
Yes.
Please.
Let them know that I hope that they're listening to the game.
Throw the ball. God.
Throw it.
Gerhardt looking downfield. He's got a man
Got
down
it.
the
There
middle.
he is in the
He's able
middle.
to get it, but he
Oh.
just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, darn.
Just
I
couldn't
want
get
that.
the grip on it.
If he wanted that, he would have came back to it.
Yeah. He was open.
You know
He
something?
climbed up that middle of that field almost like a deep post. Yeah, that was open too. Got to give him credit for trying.
6 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. O'Day, Irish 55, Ballard 7. But for us, Ballard 7, O'Day 6 in the second half. We're going to see if we can reward Ballard seniors with some sort of a victory here.
Yep.
As they go all the way to a diamond formation out to the left.
They're
4 to the left. You
Yep.
got 1 to the right.
Hold on, calling time.
And it looks like O'Day's defensive coordinator and crew
And you
want
got
to talk about this.
You got 4 on the left side.
It was.
It's 4th down. Even if you have to force the ball, throw that ball on that. Throw the ball down there.
Yeah.
Throw that ball. You got 4 receivers. Anything can happen.
overload.
I watched
You're-
the
you're
University of Houston. 2 seconds left. Throws the ball in the end zone. It gets tipped and right into the hand of the Houston player.
You're thinking a little ping,
Anything
and
can
bounces
happen.
into somebody's arms.
But get the ball out there. Give yourself a fighting chance.
It's Ballard 7, O'Day 6 in the second half. And with 5:58, O'Day is, I think
They're
that
scrapping. Gotta
I
give
wouldn't
it
be
to
surprised if the O'Day Irish coaching staff, if they're not thinking the same way we are, we're behind in the second half.
Yeah.
We're losing 7-6, and
They're whooping us. Look how much they moved the ball up and down this half. Ballard.
Ballard has had a much better second half.
Yep.
No question. And they've been able to move the ball. They've actually scored a touchdown.
Yep.
5:58 to go.
Trips left.
And the running back there with him. A throw, and he throws a nice ball up there. And it is caught! It is caught! It is caught!
Touchdown. Mr. Hayes.
That is a touchdown.
Is that Mr. Hayes? Dominic Hayes.
Dominic Hayes gets another one, and that makes the score Ballard 13, O'Day 6 in the second half.
Yep.
Hey, a solid chunk and tuck.
Yep.
Oh, but let's see what happened. We have a penalty flag that came out.
I think it's unsportsmanlike.
Maybe later they might have said a little celebration.
Well, let them celebrate. Doggone it. Now, you know what I was saying?
Tell me.
They were overloading that side, and they
were.
kept throwing here.
Yep.
And they kept missing him. Finally, they hit him, and he made a great catch. Squeezed down on that box right there on that sideline. But I would have gone to the other side. I'm sorry. I have 1 in 3 chances to get the ball, right? If I have 3 receivers. And that's just me. I think that way.
This is on the defense.
Oh, yeah.
I might have to go for this now. It might be useless.
Yeah. Go for 2.
Go for 2.
If it's halfway, it's going to be on the 1. 1.5, yeah. I think in high school, it's still on the 2.
You got a worthwhile offensive lineman. He's asking you to run it behind him.
Yeah. You've been running, but they've been running the ball. They've been able to run the ball up the middle. So
a little bit of a conversation here. The white hat referee looks like he's going over to the O'Day sideline. Once again, Monty Kohler several steps out onto the field.
Unsportsmanlike. I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
We were joking, Edwin, earlier when I was coaching football. I was told in the officials' meetings there was no reason for me to ever come onto the field because the player was injured. And Monty was out at the 50-yard line.
Then he got flagged.
And we think that he may have been flagged tonight.
Yeah, he got flagged for saying something.
He said something.
We know he said something.
And if he had done what they've told me, he would have been over on the sideline. So
yeah.
And out of the way.
Hall of Famers get a little bit different treatment, I know.
Yeah. I know.
I'd have gone for 2.
They treated me totally different than they treated Larry Little.
Oh, he made it.
Well, there we go. So the kick is good, and Ballard, with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, is up 14-6 in the second half.
Very good.
The Ballard band has definitely showed up, and they are energetic and enthusiastic, pumping up the volume here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to plug any product, but it's time for an Oreo break.
Juan Cotto, Jay Ayizi, John Yasutake, and of course, Edwin Bailey on your community radio station, our community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Tonight, the O'Day Fighting Irish and the Ballard Beavers. The score in reality, 55-14 O'Day. Second half, Ballard 14, O'Day 6. And I am sure the Irish coaching staff is a little perturbed by that. And
you better be ready for an onside kick.
Yeah. We think they would have to be.
And they've done it. Ballard's done it many times when we covered their game.
Try to hit the top of it.
Yeah. And so you could run under it and knock the other guy off the ball. Oh,
they went ahead and just kicked it deep, knocked it out of bounds. And that was Jason Brown. Jason Brown picked up the ball in the end zone and started sprinting down the right sideline. And in high school football, if the ball goes into the end zone, it's
automatic.
Touchback. So, yeah, that was beautiful. Here comes
I was surprised to see him running out of the end zone.
Well, I think they had a hands team out there because they had a number of players who've played extremely well tonight out there, including Jason Brown as a return team. And I know that probably influenced a little bit of what Ballard wanted to do, but nevertheless, I'm sure they didn't want Jason Brown to get out there. So
No, that's not the guy you want to see coming back at you with the ball in his hand.
5:32 to go.
The game we saw, he took off against Eastside Catholic. No one touched him. I mean, literally, no one even came close to touching him.
Ball on the 20-yard line. It is 5:18, 5:17. Here comes the Irish.
This is the second team.
It is. Who's the running back? Does that look like number 19? Can you tell me who that is?
That number.
Here comes the snap. Off sweep. Number 19 has the ball. He runs to his right.
Number 19 says it's Clemente Cotto, but is that Clemente's number?
That is Clemente Cotto's number. I'll be darned. Number 19 with the ball, and he runs to his right. And Edwin Bailey, that's the son of broadcaster Juan Cotto out there. Getting 2 yards for the Irish, 2 more yards than Juan Cotto ever got.
I think if his track that he was on, if he kept it a little tight, he might still be running.
He's number 19 on his jersey, but number 1 in your heart.
Always my baby.
Yeah, and he's also better looking, but I didn't.
Well, I mean, come on. Let's not go too far. He's got some work to go there, but 4:18 to go. Let's see if he can
flip back.
See if he can do this counter.
No, no. It looks like the ball came loose.
Fumble.
Ball came loose.
Ball bounced all over the place, and looks like Ballard has the football.
Hey, and I never saw the ball.
I didn't see the ball. Unless they're saying he was down.
Somebody may have been down. Let's see what happens here. Referee's conferring. There was a fumble on the play, but the play was blown down. And it looks like
I heard the whistle, so I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I didn't see the ball either, Edwin.
The whistle 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never saw the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Referees talking. This is Precious. This is Ballard 14, O'Day 6 in the second half, and Ballard trying to protect this 8-point lead in the second half. This would probably give them
the ball.
Yeah. First down. So there we go.
All right. That's interesting. I didn't see the ball out.
So the ball came out, the ball popped out, and it is going to be Ballard's ball with 3:45, 3:44 to go in the second half. The Rainier Beach Vikings coming out into the to the east end zone. And they are in their white uniforms with the orange numerals, orange socks. They're always a striking looking team.
And Garfield will be home.
The Garfield will be the home team. They'll probably be all in purple.
Pass. This has got to be a pass on the first play.
Gotta go.
Got to trips right.
Oh,
no, the out
number
tackle.
32, and he could go.
Never saw him coming.
Never saw him coming.
Never saw him coming. They were so tight on the line. They worried about the right side. They got no leverage on that end. None. Very good. That was a great play.
Yes, it was. Good call.
O'Day 55, Ballard 20. And that little running back that came out for Ballard, number 32 there, he's had a heck of a second half.
Yep.
He's made some things happen. And his name, let me get that one more time for you. Oliver Broadgate.
Broadgate, right.
Broadgate.
Good kick. There it is.
Just like that, we have O'Day 55, Ballard 21.
But on the second half counting, Ballard 21, O'Day, 6? And hand it to these kids.
Ballard's hanging in there.
Yeah.
No question about that. And their enthusiasm and their pep band is awesome. Edwin Bailey, tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 start, the University of Washington taking on the University of Oregon. What do you think about that big matchup tomorrow?
I'm still waiting for some excitement out of the Pac-12. I haven't gotten any excitement yet.
You haven't seen any excitement out of the Pac-12?
I want to see from back in 1980 to like 86. You know, I know the run game was going to be there. I know there was a consistent passing game.
Dominant, hard-hitting football.
Oh.
And you bring up a good point. The Pac-12. With Lincoln Riley at USC, student body right isn't there anymore.
Yeah, but during the decade of the 80s, the USCSS, Pac-12 national championships, you know.
Jason Brown picks up the ball at the 25-yard line. He runs to his right. Jason Brown
they got
is
holding.
gone. Jason Brown is gone.
They got holding down there, though.
Jason Brown goes about 82 yards,
yards,
but I think it's all going to come back. All going to come back with a penalty flag on the field with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go. And we see Ballard coming back, and they're going to restructure. So they went with the onside kick. It was more of a squib kick. Jason Brown picked it up, and he was gone. How is South Carolina State doing this year?
South Carolina State is coming around. You know, they're doing well. So again, they're not as consistent as they've been in the past, especially from 1977 to 1981. I think those are the best times they've had.
Edwin, what are your thoughts about? Love to chat with you about this. Deion Sanders. What have you thought about Deion and his rise at the University of Colorado? If you can call it a rise, we've known he's been around for a long time.
Yep. I've been trying to watch it and see. You know, I watched him when he was at Jackson State.
Yep.
And I'm impressed with him.
Yep.
He's productive.
Well, people don't understand. He took over a program in Colorado that was in the cellar, that was in the dregs.
Oh.
All kinds of issues with coaches, assistant, all kinds of stuff. Potential violations and all that stuff. And he came in there and cleaned up. You know.
I think he brought a degree of energy.
Yeah.
And the kids bought into it.
Yep.
Because if there's one guy that you would listen to,
it's him.
It's him.
Yeah, he's done it all.
He has done it all.
Yeah, but accountability. He's serious. You know, I watched his programs when he was telling me, if you can't be accountable, if you can't hang with it, you go. We don't need you. You know?
Hey, and his college coach
at Jackson, Florida State.
17-yard run.
Exceptional.
Yeah. 17-yard run by the Irish running back.
Bowden.
That was
He was
Bobby
Bowden was
picks
something
up a first down at the 40-yard line.
Yep.
Heck of a
With a minute and 27 seconds left to go.
They're moving the ball, but it's
looks like the Irish are going to go into victory formation.
Yeah.
They need the defense to bow their neck here that quick.
Irish go into victory formation with a minute and 13 seconds to go. So that will be our final. It will be Ballard 21, O'Day 55. It was 21-6 in the second half. So congratulations for Ballard for winning the second half of that football game.
Exactly. Beautiful job. Yep.
Deion Sanders and the Colorado Golden Buffalo. And boy, they have really turned around college football. And here comes Rick Dupree wearing a Garfield hat. So we will figure that out when he gets here and see what he's got on score. Did Corey Sampson did not give you that hat. Corey Sampson did not give you that hat.
Why not?
And that'll be the ball game. So here comes the Irish and the Ballard Beavers going to shake it up in half. We saw a little bit of everything tonight. It was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. O'Day was up 49-0 at the half.
Just read this part.
And we were able to get through this football game.
Then COVID. That's it.
So the Irish pick up their 8th win of the season. It is O'Day 55, Ballard 21.
Yep.
Senior night for Ballard did not go as they had hoped.
But the program was beautiful.
It was. It was a wonderful program, and everyone got a chance to play on both sides. And the Rainier Beach Vikings and the Garfield Bulldogs will take the field. They'll go through their warm-ups. Will we start this in about 20 minutes, or what are we going to do, Daniel? We're going to go ahead and get this started in about 20 minutes. So thank you, Daniel Bellis, our fearless producer, the production. And we hope you come back in 20 minutes for this dynamic broadcast of the Hood Classic. For Jay Yeezy, Juan Cotto touching bases with you with Edmund Bailey and Rick Dupree, Daniel Bellis, and Tony B under the shadow of the Space Needle. We will see you in about 20 minutes. Good night.